We're going to hope so.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Bugs.
Hey, Bugs. Cindy, do you want to come up in a box? You did it one time.
Well, I just wanted to come up here and say hello. I miss you guys.
We do miss you. We love you.
I love you too. Hey, Fallon.
Hi.
All right. Well, I'll be listening.
All right, darling. I hope
All
you had a
right.
good Christmas.
Yes, thank you. You too.
Happy New Year, Virgo.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming
Hey,
up, Virgo. That was
Elizabeth.
really sweet.
You're welcome. Hey, Lisa.
Oh, y'all, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to cry now.
Tap the screen and share the live, y'all. Please and thank you very much. Hey, Josie. Merry Christmas.
I will be right back.
I see you, Bryce Ham.
Bryce Ham's in here.
Yeah.
Where? Make an appearance. Say hi. Tap the screen. Say hello. Share the live. What's up, Brycey? Let's see.
See?
I can add. Oh, I have 30 moderators, really? How are you, Sunshine?
I'm good. How are you, ladies?
I'm doing really well.
Nice weather in Indiana today. I can't complain.
Oh, really? It was like 60 here, so it wasn't terrible.
It's about what it was here.
Oh, geez. It was like 75 here.
Somebody drop her. Hey, Southern girl. 72. Oh my gosh. We're gonna talk about Willie tonight. Well, Sunshine is. He knows more. I've never really watched the guy, but I've heard a lot.
He's really disgusting to watch. I mean, not only for the aspect of him begging and the way he's manipulating people, but for the way he's acting while he is lied with a young child in the house.
Oh, wow.
And that's not concerning.
Hey, Senior.
And he always says, that she's upstairs in her room or playing, but you can hear her running around,
Hey, Melody
and
Rose. Hello, Hope. I've seen a couple of videos, but I haven't really watched anybody in a long time until today when Pookie blocked me. She's so mean.
with your name on the block list.
Yeah, I'm in Pookie's blocked words now. A little pookster.
Hello, child.
I thought we were besties, but I guess not.
You were just trying to give her a little bit of digital advice.
Well, I was just gonna go in there and ask her why she was begging again when she said she was not gonna do it anymore.
When she seen your name, her face, it was priceless.
I just went in. Well, I actually commented and she completely ignored it. I said, Pookie, I thought you weren't going to beg anymore. She completely ignored that. And then
There's blocked now.
oh God, that diapers count. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's just, I guess we're not besties anymore, but that's fine. Fine. Okay. Yeah, Cindy, she's just, I don't know what was wrong with Pookie today. Pookie was down in the dumps or something.
Well, she needs toilet paper.
She needs toilet paper and fast food.
Yeah, the crazy part is she was talking about Chick-fil-A and, clearly she's going to order Chick-fil-A.
She sounds like Kim. Fast food and toilet paper
Kinda, yeah, right?
or tampons.
I wouldn't even ask a family member to get money to buy neither one of them. That's just embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Yes, Cindy, that's the purple people eater. She wanted a one-eyed, one-horned, purple people eater. That's all I remember. And she kept on talking about Dollar Tree the whole time. Dollar Tree is my store. Well, why do you need 45 fucking dollars?
I asked her. I said, "Don't the Dollar Tree sell toilet paper, or how much is it at the Dollar Tree?" And that's when she went on about she buys stuff there, but then for $5, wherever she's ordering from, she can get it there for $5.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Puppy Power.
$50 for toilet paper and food is what she said, right? Is that what it
Yes,
was?
It was 45 when I went in.
Well,
it
'cause
was
she
50
got five.
yesterday.
Yeah, she
So
got
she
five
made five.
yesterday.
Then she made five more, so she's at 40. Tomorrow she'll be at 40.
She ain't giving up.
She's a diehard.
Not till she gets to that 50. It is back to. It's good to have RJ back. Pookie is on now.
Somebody ought
Well,
to invite her.
y'all go over there and invite her over here, but you can't say checkmate like in one word because she has that block now.
Thank you, Hope. It's good to be back. Thank you, SP's wrote it to the whorehouse.
SP, she's the one with that real weird voice, like she smoked a lot of cigarettes, huh?
Well, when she puts the cat filter on, either she's being streamed or she's smoking.
Yeah, I used to watch her. That filter worked overtime on her.
Yeah, Puppy Power's fixing to get blocked. Because she's got Horror Queen Lover and Dr. Pepper Lover, and I forget the other account that we had.
Dr. Pepper lover?
No, this was one that was like this and that something.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh shoot, is that what she said that she don't smoke anymore?
Justice, she was smoking today.
Oh, is she still on the internet?
Oh, Amy, I actually requested a box and she was not allowing me up. Well, y'all ready to get started?
Whenever you are.
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Born ready, huh?
I did ask her why not, and she didn't answer me. She just blocked me. It's fine. Wait, Pookie did? When? Do you have proof of that? I would love to see that.
Man, why do people do that? Cancer scams. That's just gross.
I would appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know why anybody does that.
Puppy Power, is she down to 20 or is she settling for 20? Like saying, well, I'll just take 20 if.
She rejected my invite. Well, that's mean. If she invited me to her live, I would go.
I think we all
Sorry, you
would.
got blocked, Crystal. Banner said 20. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Crystal, she wasn't happy today. Oh, thank you so much, Biter. I appreciate that. Yeah, lazy days, but he's not the only one. There's many of them. We could do a live on just the ones that lied about that.
Real fast, there's a guy that does some awareness. His name's Exposed. He just lost his wife to cancer. Everybody keep him in your prayers. Uh, but he vows to go after anybody doing any scams on cancer. And I commend him for that.
Wait, Exposed. I'm almost certain I got sent a clip of him today asking for money.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's not good.
for $600.
Mm,
I could check right now, but it was sent to me on TikTok and I can't look right now.
all right.
But
Hopefully not.
I will check. Oh yeah, Lori. Hey, Night Shift, how are you? Hey, Ash Cole. I did. I hope you did as well. Ram, can you put up a picture of on your green screen of Willie?
Let me, give me a second.
Thank you, madam.
I'm going to turn my TV down.
Yeah, we're gonna get one up, Cleavage. This was just kind of a last minute kind of live. I was talking to Sunshine earlier, and then I was like, maybe we should like get the word out there. Sunshine's
Appreciate
always so
everybody coming in.
helpful, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I just was telling everybody I appreciate them coming in. Yeah, I really hope that's not true.
Yeah, I think it is though. I'm pretty sure that was the screenshot I got. And that's like the third person that said they've seen it too. So I didn't actually see it. It was sent to me a few times.
Tina said they just watched it.
No, I'm sorry. I don't ever have gifts on, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's wild.
Was it dropped in screenshots?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You got a weird account requesting.
I'll let him up. Sunshine, if you just want to start talking about him, start from the beginning, and
Okay.
we'll get a picture up.
Okay.
I don't want to keep everybody waiting.
William Manley. He goes by Willie. He's been on TikTok, I don't know, a couple months now. And I first encountered him, I don't know, about a month and a half ago. And I first went in because I noticed when he was on my FYP page, he was just nodding out, So I went in there. I was just curious. And the more I kept watching him, not only is he nodding out, but as he's doing it, he's asking, telling people he got kicked out of his sister's house and he's homeless, but yet he's in a basement of his friend's house, and asking for hotel money or send him gifts, whatever you can do. And I don't know, it didn't sit right with me. So I kind of shrugged it off. And next day, lo and behold, there he is again. So I just started messing with him and, then noticing all the other people. He didn't get a whole lot of people in his lives. He did a few times, but I noticed some of the ladies kind of took attention to him. And, I guess it's the way he talked to him. I don't know. But, so fast forward, I wound up getting in his box, and I wasn't rude to him. And he swears up and down I was country. And I tried telling him I wasn't. I went in on my backup the first time. And, he went off on me and said I'm a troll. And then he winds up messaging me, telling me that he knew it was me because somebody that was over in Country's Live took a screenshot of it and sent it to him. And he sent me all this, telling me he knows it's me that sent all the bots in. Man, I don't even know how to barely turn TikTok on, let alone send bots in. You got the wrong guy there. But, I told him, whatever. And by the end of this conversation, as he's messaging me, he told me, who sent him all the information that I was country and, all that. And then by the end of the conversation, he's asked me to send him a lion. And so then I went back in there on this account and he let me back in the box. And it's just continued behavior. Him and his sister's been in they got a video posted where, they're walking down the street and they're both asking for hotel money. And that child's nowhere in sight. So, where's that child at that time? They're walking around saying they had to leave because of domestic violence from her boyfriend. And he says that's why he left or he got kicked out, because the boyfriend was beating the sister up. And, I don't know. Nothing sets right with him. And he's got a really sketchy background. I mean, he keeps saying he's looking for jobs, but some of the charges he's got, and there is proof of it. It's not just, something made up. I don't know if he could get a job in anywhere where they even handle money. Be truthful about it. But he's got a mod in there that he says they're buddies. I think his name's Alexandria, and they both said they tag teamed me and tore me up in his boxes, called me a boomer, and a couple other names I didn't react to it, because when you react to shit like that makes you no better than them, I could have, but it wouldn't have made the situation any better. I was more or less trying to tell him I've been where he's at, and I wasn't there to beat him up. I was there to help him. But he don't want that kind of help. He wants cash apps, Venmos, and, he even made the comment that me going into his box brought him all kinds of viewers, and that's what he wants. He wants to manipulate people into feeling bad for him, like he's had a stroke of bad luck. Well, we've all had strokes of bad luck, every one of us. But, he just thinks his is worse. He claims his parents died. If that's true, I don't know. I hope not. But, then he also, in another sentence, he says he was adopted, and that family was mean to him. And so it's hard to believe anything he says, he's just after that money. And he says he does just 420 friendly only, but he's doing more than that. I mean, you just don't start reading your chat and start falling asleep. It's just not normal behavior. I don't know. It seems like he's evolving as he goes, and it seems like his nodding out's getting worse, and I just don't want to see people getting taken advantage of, especially, women that feel bad for him because the situations he's in, that gets a lot of money. And so, yeah, that's about the gist of him. Like I said, he's only been on here a couple months. And
Sunshine, does he do TikTok shop? Because one of his last videos, he shows like a switchblade looking knife.
yeah, he started doing TikTok shop. That's one of his goals, is getting to 10,000 followers. So I don't know, so he can make money off of TikTok. But
Okay.
yeah, he does, because he does tell people to go check that out, because they can support him that way too, along with his Cash App and his Venmo and stuff.
Yeah, because he was sitting there showing the device that was for sale, and then he showed like a dab jar.
Yeah.
And those dabs cannot be cheap,
No,
especially as much as he had.
well, and he claims he's got a medical card for the flower he does, but yet again, then he claims he beat up his flower dealer. So why you got a medical card if you can get it free? Why you beating up a drug dealer? Or I guess a drug dealer.
And that's crazy.
So he can't keep track of his lies. Just like I was like that. I told so many lies at one time. I couldn't tell you the next day what I told you. But, I was sure reminded what I told you.
Did we ever find out, Sunshine, that he's been around either possibly doing this before? Because the times that I have watched him, he seems to know a lot more than the way that he acts. Like he knows what
I've
we
said
do.
that also.
Okay. He knows. I mean, he knows that we go in and click on people's names,
Yep.
look at their following, message them about him, and it just the other ones still haven't caught on to that. So I'm just
Yeah, he
curious.
was real quick, and he knows certain words not to say.
Yes.
And somebody said once, and I don't know how true it is, that he's done this on Facebook.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't have Facebook and all that, so I couldn't tell you if that's true or not.
Okay.
But you can tell he's definitely been around where he's learned how to do this, and maybe he's evolved from it. But he's not new to social media and doing this. I agree with Fallon on that 100%.
Someone was asking what his charges were.
Do you still have them, Checkmate, I sent you?
Yeah, let me go and look and make sure that there's nothing on here that was found public record, right? I just want to make sure that there's not anything on there that shouldn't be over here that we might reconsider. So hold on one second. I'll be right back.
You're right, Sydney. He does want to be the next big TikTok person. Sadly, it's going to take somebody on this app unaliving themselves or something before people start taking this serious about giving people your money, knowing damn well you can watch them for 5 minutes, even if you're new to them. It don't take long to notice what people's doing. Yeah, he's 26 years old. You know, he's got a whole life ahead of him, but not a life like this. I mean, when I was 26, if I was doing the stuff like him that they got today, I wouldn't be here telling my story. I'll promise you that. Every day when they play with that stuff, no one don't know where it come from or nothing. They're playing with their life every time, and they know that's the consequence, and they still keep doing it.
And there's too much of the F in things now, so
100%.
that's like you're risking it every time you smoke it, inject it, snort it, do whatever.
I used to keep Narcan around, for my sister, hoping one day I'd never have to use it. Unfortunately, I never did get to use it. But that's just shows you, this disease kills people. It don't discriminate. Just because you got money, you don't got money. If you live on Skid Row, if you got a big house, it don't. I've seen all walks of life, get drugged down by it. I was there. Luckily, I didn't lose everything I had. I almost did.
So, Rammer, I looked it over. That doesn't look like anything on there that can't be shown. That's public record. And damn, those charges, my God.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he qualifies to work anywhere where you handle money. And I think that's why he's having such a hard time finding a job.
Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
I know for like where I work at, I work in the steel industry, and just with the one charge, they would not let him work there.
I'm sorry, our dinner came, but yeah, I agree. Those charges are crazy. Sunshine actually shared them to me today.
Rammer went to go get them. I didn't see anything on there that shouldn't be shown here since it's public record.
Right, it's public record, so it'll be fine. If you all can't see that, you're gonna have to screenshot it and blow it up.
One of
Sunshine.
them
Yeah, there you
is
go.
burglary in the third degree. Am I right?
Yes. Third
And
degree assault.
yeah, which if nobody understands what that is, that's when you burglarize somebody's home, and while you're in there, you assault them. Which how he got the time he got is crazy because he should have got way more than that.
Oh, for sure. He's dangerous.
Y'all, there's 3 pages to his charges that we have, so y'all go ahead and screenshot this so you can blow it up and read it.
And he does have some protective orders against him.
One of the classifications on that third degree assault, you have to have had left some type of mark on someone with some type of weapon.
And what degree of felony is that? Does it say on there?
Let me blow it up a little bit better.
Yeah, I didn't even look, to be honest.
Yeah, sadly enough, people do give him money, and it's starting to get to be a little bit more and more because he's got people feeling bad for him because of the life he's been dealt. And he's young. That's another thing he's got going for him. He's not old like Tim Nash. He's like Maggie. You know, he could be the one that all these ladies just sit in there and you tell him the right thing, and he's gonna bank all day long.
So one is a felony, class 1, and then the other is a misdemeanor, and that class 1 is the highest you can go.
Yeah, so that tells you that it was a pretty bad crime.
Everybody
Yeah,
screenshot this, and there's one more page to put up.
And sadly, he went to college. He played college ball. That they say he was really good at it. There's some videos of him even.
it's okay, Kelly. You're fine. Oh, he's on probation. Yeah. See, I've never actually been in his lives.
Yeah, he is currently on probation. I even tried telling him that, if the wrong information got out to your probation officer what you're doing on a public app, all they'd have to do is watch it and say, you know what, I'm gonna call this guy, and that wouldn't. He's just not understanding the 100% of what's going on.
Yeah, I really don't think he cares from what I've seen.
No, he
Like,
doesn't.
he has the mentality that, he just wants that money for whatever reason he wants it. So,
He's cocky.
very, yes, I agree.
In one hand, well, I don't know if anybody listened to when him and his buddy dogged me out, but they told me when I told them I worked and stuff for everything I got, and he's saying, "Oh, you can't even afford a, I forget what he said, that car in my profile picture and stuff." But then what both of them said to me, and I know there's people in here that heard what he said. He said I was a slave.
What?
He said I was a slave. Lazy Days probably got it recorded. She records a lot when I get in the box.
That's where I saw it, and I was so damn proud of you for keeping your composure. They sounded like fools,
They
but
did.
you rising above all that made them look even worse.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
called
have
me.
to go look for those because I want to see those.
They even called me I don't know how you guys say it on here. Uh, pedo, whatever. I don't know. And something I don't.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah, they
Oh
sure
my
did.
gosh.
Sure did.
I did not know that.
And still, I don't want nothing bad for the young man. I told him that. Them young people should be making us proud. I'm 52 years old, even though he thinks I'm a boomer. I ought to be looking at people like him, like my son, and I'm proud of my son for the man he is, not because he's my son. I'm proud of him for what he's done and he's accomplished in his life. He's an engineer. He's he's a good guy. He's respectful, like he ought to be. He gives back to society. And that's what I told Willie. That's what you young guys ought to be doing. They ought to be into politics, be the next people that's going up office, and, maybe one day, being the president. But you can't have goals like Willie's got, saying somebody's a slave because they work every day. If that's the case, I'm proud of it then.
Wow. I mean, so am I. I mean, I've everything I have I've did on my own, so, you know, that's insane. I need to watch these. What page are they on?
Lazy Days should have them.
Okay, perfect. I'm friends with her, so I'll definitely go look at them.
She's in the comments. She'd be able to tell you for sure if she's got it, if she screen recorded it or whatever.
Yeah, I can't watch Detroit Nike, not at all. Mm-mm.
I can't do him.
Oh, Adam watched. Okay, Adam. Hey, Lori.
Yeah,
Hello.
that was funny because they told me that I was an internet thug, but that's what they were trying to be. And they felt accomplished, when they was done with me. You know, uh, it didn't bother me none.
That's crazy,
I was actually
though.
hoping his supporters would take note in the way he acted, what he
Mm-hmm.
said about older people, but yet he wants money from older people. What he said about people working. If them enablers would listen to some of the stuff these people say, they would not want to give them a dime of their money. I'm not going to give nobody money that calls me a slave.
I wouldn't give anybody money anyways, but
I wouldn't
damn.
spit on them, put them out there on fire. You know.
Hello, Samantha. So glad to see you. That's crazy. Hey, Lori, how are you?
But yeah, Willie, he's definitely he's a different character.
Hey guys,
Almost like he.
I came up to make a quick point and then I'll drop. Also, hi Samantha. I used to watch your lives and this is why I'm here, and that was like years ago. So
Samantha's
you did
amazing.
awesome awareness lives back in the day, and I know you're retired, but just a quick shout out to Sam. Um, so I just wanted to make the point that I was in that live when Sunshine was in the box. And it just so I the point I want to make is before that happened, literally maybe what 20 minutes, a half hour before that, he lives with his sister and has nieces there. And I know we don't bring up the KIDS, but there is KIDS living in the same quarters with this person.
You
We
can
know they're
actually
doing
say kids. It's not gonna flag you.
okay. Well, I don't know. We know there's kids in the house, and literally they were just in that room, and now it's not even a half hour later. How close are the quarters? He's crashing out. Now he's crashing out and he's like practically screaming. The guy in the box is screaming, saying horrible names, cussing, doing all and so the kid or kids, I'm not sure if there's multiple, are around this. That's not okay. But what's scarier is what is he doing? So what is in that house? What do kids do? They get into stuff. They're curious. It's just really scary. It's very it made me really angry and I had to leave the live because it triggered me so badly. Because of some stuff that's happened within my family. So I just wanted to make the point that I had a big problem with his sister um, allowing this in her home. And I thought, well, maybe somebody could get through to her. But no, I actually am now seeing that she might be in on it. So why don't we just bring a little awareness to her as well? So I made a post about her if you want to see it. I'm
That's
sorry, I'm
probably
not even
right.
reading the comments, you guys. Like, I'm so nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. You're doing absolutely fine.
I don't want to stay up here. I really just wanted to make the point of, and it's not just Willie and his sister Hallie. It's any household, especially. But we're seeing it, and how can enablers go? Oh my gosh, this is okay. It's not okay. It's so scary to me.
Is it possible that you could pin that video so people can go to your page and watch it?
Yeah. Actually, I'll leave the live, do it, and then I'll come back when I drop if that's cool.
Oh
I'll
yeah, that's
absolutely do it.
perfect. Yeah, thank you.
Um, Not a problem. But do you have any questions? Because I don't really know much about Willie. I
That's
just
just.
watch when country streams. So sorry.
Is that the same live at the end of it? That cat's in the litter box, and that little girl just had left the room, and the cat's using the litter box, and he starts saying, "Look, do that on Sunshine," yelling real loud and stuff.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. He
Geez,
turned the
this guy
camera
really
towards her.
don't like you, does he?
No, no, he don't.
I think
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna have to
left,
watch him.
but I did. I wish I could remember who has the video because we were like, oh, who recorded it? And then I saw it posted, and it might be. I feel like it might be Blue Eyes. It might be Lazy Days. It probably is Lazy Days, but I absolutely know I saw it because I was really hoping it was recorded. Um, so it's out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
somebody's
go.
done it.
I'm gonna go hunt them all down. I'm hoping if Lazy Days is in here, she could just tag me in them so it'd be easier. But I don't know if she's still in here.
But that's all. I'll drop. I just wanted to make that point for people. Like, just think about the kids in the house. Think about what they can do. Think about them being curious about things. That's really scary.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
so that's all. I'll drop.
Lori, if you would consider staying up in the box of some of the people that flow through you because you do stream, might see your light and come on in. If you have to drop, that's absolutely fine. And then when we open up boxes, if people need more space or whatever, then you can drop. But I'd really like if you stayed up so people could flow in and out.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Thank
Not a
you, Lori.
problem. I'll mute. Thanks,
Okay.
you guys.
Oh, it's perfect. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you.
Y'all
Another thing
will look
to
out
touch
for
on.
Lazy Days. I shared the live to her. Maybe she'll come back.
Another thing to think about with Willie is what Lori just talked about. You know, that child in the house. Think about Willie's charges. He's assaulted somebody before. It's not going to make a difference. You know, if he's got a temper, and that's easy to see because it's not hard to trigger him.
Yeah, I've been so busy with work, I haven't really had a chance to watch him. Does he go live a lot?
He was going live just about every day, 2 or 3 times a day, especially when he claimed he was homeless for 4 days.
Oh, wow. Oh, so he claimed he was homeless?
Yeah, yeah. Walking
What?
around, his hair done nice and neat, and he said he was in his friend's house, in the basement because his parents didn't want him upstairs because he didn't have the COVID shot.
What?
Then he said the basement was real cold. Most people have basements. The furnace is
Right.
down in the basement. Most
Hmm.
of the time, the basements are pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole basement. I have 2 bedrooms and a living room down there.
Right. Most basements aren't too bad, especially if the furnace is down there. And I seen the ductwork running across his head. So
Lori, if you would drop another emoji in the chat so people can follow you. And guys, if you make awareness videos and follow Willie, drop the emoji as well so people can follow you specifically for the awareness on Willie.
I would love if anybody actually follows Willie, would tag Willie. I would love for him to get in the box and just have a conversation. No yelling.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
a
if y'all
conversation.
could message him, or I don't know. I don't know if he's live now or just send him a message to come over. That'd be great.
So he thinks people bully him and stuff. I've not bullied him.
And that's
I mean, I
just it.
haven't seen the video, but I couldn't imagine you bullying anybody.
No, I really didn't.
No, it's
Yeah,
the truth
went in
isn't
on.
bullying. That's these scammers and beggars and those exhibiting bad behaviors are hung up on this. I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied. And the fact that we're spitting facts over here and we can back up the things that we say is just like Checkmate said the other day. It's shining a light on them and they do not like it.
Yeah, they don't like to see the reflection, for sure. Yeah, Sunshine's usually always really respectful.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of their boxes, and I've not really. I don't think I've ever went off on nobody. Austin to Margot, I did. Me and him had a fight.
Hello, Cindy.
Hello, Cindy. You can speak.
Hear me?
Do you know you're in a box?
Yes.
You're breaking up pretty badly, Cindy.
Checkmate, I do have a funny story.
Oh,
I
I
woke
love
up
it.
the other day and I was in Matt's box. Matt
Matt,
from
who?
Texas. Matt from Texas.
What? Dang it, I missed it.
I guess you missed it, but I was in his box.
He let you in his box?
He sure did. Matt, yep, Lori, Matt and Rebel and Kyle and Grandma.
And he let you in there?
He
That's
let
wild.
me in a box. He sure did.
Did you screenshot that?
I didn't, but I
I need
should
to add
have.
that to my wall of shame.
Oh God, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad you didn't run into it then. Okay, bye.
Oh, if you're going to wall of shame it, I'm damn sure going to go find it.
No, but I'll never forget the day that Just on a random Saturday, it's like Rammers live at 1. I'm like, there's no way she didn't tell me. And I go and she's just sleeping in some random guy's box.
And I did.
So I'm trying to call her and wake her up. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm sleeping. I'm like, do you know you're in a random guy's box? I mean, he let her up and everything and had to mute her. That was the weirdest part.
I've done that, and when I woke up, I was a track star.
So was she.
I immediately dropped and got out of there and blocked him so I would not get in his box again.
I don't know, Bugs. She was muted, so I don't really know.
So two
Okay,
things for
story
those.
time's over. Bye.
So for everyone that is making awareness videos on Willie, when you use the hashtag and his screen name, if and for those of you that are looking, because Amber wanted to do a little research before the live tonight, she was having trouble finding him because we were typing it WILLIE. So I do want to make a quick note that when you're making the videos on him, it's hashtag WILLY, but you may consider using the WILLIE as well on his awareness videos because most people are going to try to type in that
Wait, I thought
WILLY.
it was WILLY. That's what I seen when I went to his account.
Yes, but most people
Oh, okay.
like Amber, who's trying to research it before, is searching for Willie, WILLIE. So I'm thinking if maybe on the awareness videos that are created, go ahead and put both.
Well, I don't think you should get post because then you're going to get confused with. I mean, you need to put his actual name.
Yes.
They're just going to have to be more careful of how they spell it.
I mean, at this point, honestly, I have not figured out the hashtags or keywords or any of that because there's some videos that do well and some that do not. But I'm just trying to get the traffic down to where it's a little bit easier for everyone when we are screaming, do your research. And then we go in and type in at the top of the TikTok search bar, Willie. It's not really pulling back as much as what we'd like. Like Lazy Days doesn't come back, and Country Boy Snark and Blue Eyes doesn't come back as quickly when we're trying to research him.
Can't we just Google it?
Google is not a fucking receipt. Damn, how many times
Don't
I
get her
gotta
worked up,
say it.
Sunshine. My goodness.
Told you, ChatGPT.
Neither is Siri or Alexis or Echo or any of that. That
And if
account that just come in and said burner, that's not suspicious.
not at all. But if you have like little hacks like that, let us know so we're a little bit more effective in the messages that we give out here. So it's little tips that everybody can use.
Donna, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm not good with names, but if you shoot me a picture, I may.
So yeah, that's about all I know about Willie.
Shoot, Cindy. I don't know. Do you want to try it? Maybe it's like a TikTok thing. You know more about him than I. Who's back to begging? You know more about him than I do, Sunshine.
Yeah, and hopefully, the people doing awareness on him, that's doing the videos, everybody share them out. I share everybody's. I think the more it's out there, the more people it's going to see it. Even the ones that you might not think want to see it, they see it and say, "Oh shit," I've been watching him, so it definitely works. And if you see somebody doing something that you think's wrong, message somebody.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, there you are.
So I apologize for my inexperience here. I just wanted to piggyback on something that Sunshine said. see that picture that you're looking at right now? Now, to the average person, and I'm just going to speak generally, when I've been in the chats, women in general will look at this picture and say, oh, he's such a sweet looking guy. And oh, look at him. He's so, I mean, I think I've even heard them say cute, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, even though he's smoking live online, I mean, and he admits it, repeats it, does it constantly, but the ladies and women that are in his live, they just eat it up. I mean, they literally are like, oh, you're so adorable. And oh, they just, and he uses it and he works that room. I mean, I was in there and in between the nodding, when he comes back to life from the nodding, he is working that room. He will list their name 3 or 4 times. I mean, he repeats himself, obviously, as the higher he gets, but the women in those chats are just eating it up. And he was staying at a shelter. In fact, I don't know why he was filming at the shelter. I mean, I know why he did it, but he shouldn't have been doing it. But I don't know. At first, I thought there was a situation with the sister, but when the sister was joining, I'm wondering if what they're saying about the boyfriend is not real and maybe, roles reversed. I don't know.
Did you
But
actually see that video of him in the shelter?
um, I saw okay. I saw where he went in and out, so I can't say for sure it's a shelter, but he has one video where he's in a shelter and he says, "Look at how they treat people." Now, obviously, we don't know if he was really in there, and
Right.
I really don't like that he films strangers or coming in on people. You know what I'm saying? Because
What throws me off here, and I do agree with you but one thing, Willie, I'm not 100% sure he's ever been homeless, and I'm almost positive his sister's in on this with him, because you can look at her the night that they was walking down the street saying they was needing a hotel. She didn't have a mark on her. Both of them looked like they was fit to be tied, and I don't know. If I just had been assaulted and I needed a hotel, I wouldn't be hanging on my brother that way,
yeah,
asking for hotel money.
when you
And I could be wrong.
yeah, yeah, and I was going to ask you, when you saw them together walking down the street, did you see like her kid with her, or was
No,
it just him?
no.
I'm wondering if, and again, I have no idea. I mean, the boyfriend may be an abuser. I don't know, but I'm wondering if the boyfriend is actually not bad, and maybe he took the child out of there, or if there's even a kid at all. I don't know, but
There's definitely a kid.
it's a weird
I've seen
dynamic.
it.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic, and he will repeat names and just like that one. There was one time, and I don't know if this was the guy that insulted or tried to insult you, but there was one that got all fired up in one of the videos, and you could see, kind of like Willie's personality change from that happy-go-lucky to, I mean, the guy was like cussing really bad and just being,
Yeah,
you know,
Willie actually took. I know what you're saying. It's almost like it was like adrenaline rush or something.
yeah, yeah, he was thriving in it. And
Yes,
so
I
those
took
charges,
note on that.
yeah, and those ladies have no idea that are in the chat, many of them, the degree of those charges. I mean, those are serious charges.
They
And
really are.
and when they look at him, they think he looks like some all-American boy, as they call it. And even though, he's like, even, I mean, when he's online and literally it's like every 10 minutes he will be lighting up. He goes, well, I'm doing this for medical.
Yes.
And I think it's interesting that he called you the slave, even though he was telling everybody, I apply for 50 jobs a day. Well, doesn't that mean you're not going to become a slave? I mean, I don't get it. And he doesn't make any sense. And I really think sometimes those drugs are starting to affect his brain cells.
Well, it's more than what he's doing. What he's
Yeah,
doing don't pitch you. And then he was talking about that other one that uh, Seroquel. He said his doctor started having him take that during the day. I'm pretty sure your doctor's not going to tell you to take Seroquel during the day.
yeah, I would be very surprised about that. But, I have a strange feeling his pharmacy might not be quite the pharmacy that he's leading it on to
Right.
be. The whole dynamic is weird, and I'm like with Lori, and you mentioned earlier about the child, and of course now that I hear there's a cat in the picture, that makes me, that's one of my sore spots in awareness is scammers and beggars with animals. But
Oh, I hate it.
yeah, because he gets so out of control in some of those lives. I mean, he was in the kitchen digging chocolate stuff out of a cereal box, and I
Did
mean
you
that
did you
temper, you
did you
know.
see where he took all them vapes because he didn't have none to smoke on? He put them in a sock and heated it up and tried to hit at least all of them one time.
Oh my goodness, no,
And
no,
he was swirling them around trying to get it all to one side.
it's awful. But yeah, but he loves to mention people's names and feel good. And he said, we're going to grow this account and I want everybody to feel good, do good. Hold on one second. And then he lights up. And, he really wants to grow the account because I really don't think, honestly, I don't know how he'd be able to work consuming that much
Yeah, he couldn't.
drugs that he does. I mean, because he was nodding off and he comes back on fired up and it's just an out of control situation. But the ladies are definitely vulnerable. I mean, they should know better. But when you see that picture that you saw, many of them had said, "Oh, you remind me of my son," and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, and he's already, they love hearing their name. They love it. I mean, I think y'all have mentioned that in other lives before, and and he will keep mentioning it. Keep
I
mentioning it.
actually had one of them that he was calling their name out. I'm not going to say her name because she's really nice, but he was calling her name out in that live. And anyway, she wound up sending me a friend's request, and I accepted because I wanted to see if she's going to badmouth me. And she sent me a message, and she said, "I wanted to thank you for telling Willie what he needed to hear.
That's great.
He's on a mission of self destruction." And I took that to heart because he is. But I'm glad somebody noticed it that I thought was actually riding for him, and they was just in there watching.
Yeah, I don't know that sister dynamic, and is that his sister? I mean, what if that's really his girlfriend? I mean, I don't
I
know.
said that same thing. Nobody knows because it's all lies. It's like the
Yeah,
house he lives in.
because
It's a nice house, and
I didn't mean to talk over you. He even said that she had kicked him out because of the boyfriend one time, but then she was on the live hearing him begging. So I'm like, nah, you're condoning him begging and stuff. No,
yeah,
and I
then
mean
then he
everything.
was telling people that he's going to deal with the boyfriend. I want to tell you, I think I said it the other night. Uh, Somebody's smacking my sister around. They have, and it didn't end up good for him. You know,
Yeah.
he was talking all that, but then why are you acting like you're homeless because you got kicked out because there's DV going on, and I hate that for DV victims seeing stuff like that, and hopefully they're not using it as a manipulation tool.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel bad for people that's had that happen. I feel bad for people. That should never happen to nobody, and nobody should ever use it as an excuse to try to get money from people.
Yeah, you're right. Theatrical. He does beg in front of the niece, and when I saw that he really went hard in front of the sister, like at first, when he painted the picture, the sister was basically, she made me leave. The boyfriend, blah blah blah. So I thought maybe the sister maybe didn't like him consuming as much as what he was consuming, but then when she was there, when he was heavy begging and smoking really bad, I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, I don't have a good feeling about the sister. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So anyway, I just think with that temper, and a kitten, I don't know. I don't like any of that. But it's really weird that he called you, the PED word because sometimes I don't know when calling that kind of stuff, it just makes me just wonder about him. I'm not accusing or saying anything, but there's just more about him that I just think is, you know,
Exactly. Was you in when he was live? Was you in there when somebody come and told him that uh, they was showing a restraining order, that it
no,
was a five? He literally seen that. He says DM me about it, And next thing you know, he ended that live. He had a weird look on his face.
Wow.
But that was a 5-year restraining order, and it was from a family member.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And I do have a screenshot of that. But it was on a live. I mean, so
Yeah, I just
just
he works that room, and he's going to be working it pretty more heavily because he says that he applies for 50 jobs and just waiting to hear back, and
with
you
his
know
charges, he's going to have a hard time getting a job,
yeah.
even at a convenience store.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't nod off. I mean,
No,
they probably, I mean, a lot of places are more accepting about,
not of
certain.
that though.
Yeah, I mean, not to that extent. I mean, he can't even function, you know, and just, like I said, he's getting to the point where I don't think it's just that. I mean, that's just my opinion. Only broccoli. I think it's
Oh
other
no,
things.
it's far from that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I
I agree,
I
Lori.
told him I know exactly what it is, and he says, "You tell me." And of course, then he got real defensive when I told him what I thought it was. I mean, I told him, I said, "Willie, I've been where you're at. You can't bullshit a bullshitter."
Yeah,
You know, I told him, I said, "I see me in you, man. You know, I was you. I know the lies. I know the manipulation. I know all of it. If I wasn't sober, I wouldn't know it, but I'm sober and I see it. I see myself. I
yeah.
could show that to anybody that knew me, and they would tell you that was you. That was your ignorant ass trying to manipulate me into helping you. So
Agree, Rammer Jammer. I'm glad Rammer's back.
Yes, we're very happy she's back.
I'm glad to be back, guys.
Well, hopefully this live gets more eyes on him. I mean, I know it's definitely opened my eyes to him.
Yeah, I agree, theatrical. He said he had one job that he went to an interview, and I mean, it's not that he looked bad, but he said he just came from it. And to me, he looked a little bit more casual than what I would think somebody would wear to an interview. But of course, I don't know what he was interviewing for. But that's if even he even went to a place. And even if he wanted to work at a place, because, a lot of legislation has changed, even if he wanted to work at a place, let's say that sold broccoli. I mean, they have specific counts and have to do certain things. And I mean, with theft, I mean, that's going to be a no. I mean, that's, I mean, you can't have people stealing the merchandise, not to mention, violence, and not to mention, you got to be alert at the job while you're there. So I don't know, but yeah, those charges, because you can kind of see when he starts getting upset, because he'll start uh, intaking a lot more at that point because he says he wants to relax. And, I could see now after those charges, I could see where he might have a temper in occasions, you know, and that's just from simply talking to people, you know. So,
So does he get riled up like that to where you can see his tempers coming through?
oh yeah, I had him riled up a couple times.
I
Oh
mean,
wow.
yeah, I wasn't in that live with Sunshine, but I was watching a streaming where somebody came in and was just asking him questions, and he got real defensive, and he's like, just kind of arguing with them and saying, we only want good vibes here. And also Fallon said, like the things about he knows his way, like he'll check people's profiles. So he knows, like, well, y'all, that person only has one person. So I'm not going to let you up, or I'm not going to let you in. And that's not something that, really a novice TikToker would really be experienced in. You know what I mean?
Did you
Right.
see him how mad he got when he made that person a mod,
Yes.
and then
I
and then that person unmodded all of them, a bunch of people?
Yeah, he was now, but the only thing that saved him during that live was initially he was very hide up, as you call it, because I think he would have gotten even more mad if he wasn't as high at that point, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, because he was very upset. I was laughing at that part because yeah, they had totally unmodded all the people that he wanted to go at that time, and it was kind of funny, but it was kind of sad. I mean, it's really sad to see somebody, especially so young, who, and you know, I'm not saying this about looks or anything, but to somebody who hasn't seen him speak or anything, he just, you know, he looks like an average American guy. You know, you might think he's in college or after college or whatever, and even people that stream him are like, you know, you can see where he may have some potential with stuff, like he
Well, he
could be,
definitely does.
but then it just kind of slides over to the disgruntled side a little bit, and working those ladies, it's just it's really sad to see because they, I mean, I don't mean to be weird or anything, but they just eat it up, you know, and it's not a, you know, I just hate it, you know, because it's probably people who, like y'all mentioned in the lives a lot, that want to hear their name, lonely, they want to feel a part of something, and that's what he's like. This is, you know, y'all, we're gonna have a good group here, and we're gonna build this up, and we're gonna go places,
That's
and he,
really, if you
you know,
think about it, a lot of the big battlers, you know, I could name names, I won't, but a lot of them, you know, they learned that, you know, you call somebody out that's throwing you gifts, keep calling that name out and keep noticing the gifts, you know. And Wills, I think, has studied that.
yeah, I agree, Christina. If some of the medical issues might could be taken care of, you know, I mean, and you know, I mean, just I don't know, that violence part. It's like, I mean, I don't know if he was under something when it happened or whatever, but to just, you know, that's just a very dangerous precedent. You know, it's just really, and honestly, I really don't understand in this time and age, or age and time, whatever, that people like probation officers, when they're watching or having their clients, I mean, some of that stuff they'll even say you can't go on social media, or I mean, our probation officers even looking at that stuff? I mean, because he gets, I mean, it's, I mean, I've seen Tim Nash, he'll go to the side and hide it, but we know what he's doing. But this guy is like, it's constant. I mean, it's like chain smoking it. I mean, it's, in fact, sometimes he don't even hide it. He's like, he'll tell you what he's doing. I'm not going to hide. Y'all are my friends. And he'll say, you know, I'm doing this for medicinal purposes. And I mean, I can only imagine what that apartment smells like with a child around. I can't even imagine. In fact, I was happy to see he had the windows open, but I mean, you know, what,
Well, both him and his sister do that.
yeah, it was just, it's just really sad to see, especially if there may be a child involved, you know. Yeah, Christina, and that could be the point too. Overloaded with offenders and stuff, and yeah, I just hate to hear it. I just hope that, you know, I thought I heard one time, piggyback on something that Lori, you know, concerned about the kids. I thought he said one time that he was babysitting. I could have sworn I heard him say that, and when he said that one time, that was before I had really known the extent of his broccoli consumption. So I don't know. It's just disturbing, but he's gaining traction, and anybody that you know, when people tell him who's streaming, he'll try to start insulting and stuff, and doing things. And what's interesting is the people he insults, everybody has universally said he could have so much potential. And I've heard that from many people that have streamed him, even the people that he's insulted. They'll say that. But it's just a shame. So, but I just wanted to cover the stuff about the females and working the room, and you know, I don't know. It's just it's a weird dynamic, but it's really sad to see.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you came up because, like I said, I haven't watched him, so I'm glad that there's more people that's seen him. They can talk about him a lot more.
Yeah, theatrical. Yeah, I thought I'd heard that too, and I mean, I wouldn't trust him to babysit anything. I mean, because sometimes, you know, when he's up there and he's doing his spiel, as I call it, trying to work the room and repeat himself, whatever. I mean, he gets kind of sloppy up there, and I wouldn't trust any kid around anybody with that. Well, just, I mean, of course, seeing his charges, I definitely wouldn't, but just in general, as much as he takes, that would scare me half to death. And he's also the kind where, like, and I think Sunshine, and I wonder if it's the same guy. There was like, I'd mentioned that one guy that was really cussing with them, and they were like, F you, F this, whatever, and they were going to town with it. I mean,
Yeah,
if he brings people,
Alexandria, I think's
yeah,
his name.
yes, and he's also the kind where, I mean, if somebody comes over, the child is there, that kind of stuff always makes me nervous. So,
Well,
anyway,
and that's if you think about it, don't. And this is just me thinking as a parent. I don't know if I can even agree with this myself because I was going to say, only somebody that's under the influence would allow somebody else to watch their child like that. But luckily, my child was never. I didn't have. I've helped raise my son, but I had somebody in the house that was smart and
yeah,
somebody that was good, you know, that would have never let me take my child outside the house when I was in them kind of shapes. And, but, and that's what I'm getting at. What kind of mother would let somebody like that watch their child?
yeah,
Because my wife would have never trusted me with my son alone. Not when I was like that. That's what I was trying to say.
yeah,
And I'm a good parent.
yeah. And his actions are so random. Like he'll do things and then he'll change stuff, and I mean, like he was in the kitchen, and I just kind of kept thinking, "Ooh, I hope there's no sharp objects around or something," because he, I mean, he's, he's chain smoking that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, at first I thought maybe when I first seen him, maybe it was just like regular vaping or whatever, but no, he'll tell you flat out it's broccoli, and y'all are all his friends, and we have no secrets. Of course, it sounds like he doesn't like people knowing about his background, though. But it's just really disturbing, really disturbing. But I'm
And I,
not sure how much money he's collected, though. I mean, I know it was enough to do something, but I don't know what amount he's been able to collect. I know he tries to really push the gifts so he can cash out the gifts. Now that he's really big about.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask is does anybody know how much money he's actually getting?
he's tried to say that like after I got out of the box, or he says he dropped me, but whatever. He started naming these people off, and the one that actually messaged me is the one that confirmed that was bullshit.
Wow.
But they didn't send nothing.
Yeah. Agree, Christina. Either that or the Roadrunner. You know what I mean? Because he's all over the place and very energetic. In fact, when I was looking at some of the stuff he was trying to do on TikTok, like the knife thing is that's just a weird commercial. And Rammer had mentioned that's just a weird. I don't know. His commercials are just weird. Like he's all kind of hyped up, and he said I'm about to go to my interview and I'm going to take these energy pills or whatever, and I know they're going to work, but just I mean, he wants to really grow his following because he really wants this to be like the next big thing. But
Hey, let me ask you something. See if you agree with me and Fallon on this. He acts like he's been on an app before where he's used this kind of manipulation and stuff before. Am I right?
now that I would agree with. That I would agree with. At first, I wasn't sure if he had been on TikTok before, but when he started mentioning like the one followers, but the way he works the room, I mean, he as soon as someone comes in, I mean, which is amazing to me how he does it because, but it's in between the hits, literally. But he is calling them by names. He is looking at every, if someone chats something, he's repeating it. I mean, he's not using high level entertainment, but he is definitely working the room, and it's not his first rodeo with something. I mean, that I will definitely agree with because
Right.
he's not shy about it, because he's greeting and meeting, And then if somebody says something that's questionable, he'll make a comment, and somebody else may make an insulting comment, and then he'll say, see, we both think blah blah blah, you know, what have you, and then you kind of see more of the I don't want to say Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but you see more of the negative side of him come out, you know. So I find that background very interesting because, and in some of the videos, his eyes get so big in the. I mean, I don't I don't
Yeah, they
know.
do.
It's just it's disturbing, but just it's just a really sad situation. I really wish he would go to rehab. I really do, but he. I mean, I don't think he hasn't even mentioned that, and in his chat, I'm not saying nobody has ever mentioned it, but I've never heard him. I don't even think he thinks he has an issue at
Oh
all.
no, I mentioned that to him, you know, and his voice got real. He's like, rehab, I don't have a problem, and something like, you're the one that had the problem, and he just, deflecting, and
Yeah,
uh,
that's a shame.
when you get defensive about it, that's when That's why I didn't take nothing that they said to me to heart, and I just let it bounce off of me because it was ignorant talk from an addict.
Yeah.
Now I see why I pissed a lot of people off.
Theatrical, I agree with you. I do think he needs an intervention. Although with the sister, I'm not sure how she is. I don't know if there's anybody close to him that would even, I think if he ever, I think the way his path is going, if he gets an intervention, it's either going to be from
Law
Park
enforcement or the courts.
or yeah, just it's just a shame. It's just a shame. Yeah, I agree, puppy power. I agree. You know, and he may have a diagnosis. He doesn't, that he doesn't talk about because I don't. It's just an interesting dynamic, but he's definitely out. Definitely wants those gifts. Definitely wants the money. Works the room. Loves entertaining the ladies, and if they compliment him, he just eats it up and
And
just
he
says,
tells them to message him, after the live.
yeah, it's a shame.
Oh, wow.
And I think he's just going to keep evolving. Right now it seems contained to 15 to 20 people. You know, we've all watched people go from 15 to 20 viewers up to 100 to 200. I remember Tim and Angela first come on, there was 10 or 15 people in there. And look at them now every time they go live.
I still get
So they
amazed.
do evolve.
Yeah, I still get amazed by that. You know, I think Tim and Angela, I think Tim was arguing the other day about, no, it hasn't been 2 years. It's only been a year and a half. Okay. All right. That's still a very, very, very long time, you know?
Yeah, actually, Fallon posted a video, and I think it was June, and that is about right. So
Yeah. Just,
not
just
quite 2 years, but they're approaching it,
Yeah.
and they
So
was doing it on Facebook before that. So
yeah, Facebook begging,
yep,
IG begging.
yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing it over 2 years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, they have that.
I agree.
When he always says that job he had for 7 years, that's his 7 years of fame right there. That's his portfolio of his life right there. 7 years.
But I
Yeah.
think
I had
that
a house.
20 years ago. But yeah, I I agree. I
I
agree.
mean, and actually, if you talk to the family, they've been doing it their whole lives. So, um, you know, their whole adult lives, let's say that, not their whole lives. But yeah, I mean, it's been a pattern that's never been broken.
And it won't be broken because they don't want to break it.
No, not
They
at
don't want
all.
to change it.
No. When these people start getting this kind of money, then they know that there's no reason to go find a job because people just keep supporting them.
Yeah, and they go to private, then they put it back on public, hoping that that's my term, new victims come in, and it's just really it's just so disturbing. you know. Although the other night when I saw Tim begging, he was having to work a good hour and a half for that last, I think $47 or something like for it, and then at the very end. But I mean, it, it's
I
just
couldn't imagine coming on TikTok asking for $340 the day before Christmas. You know what?
Yeah. And
yeah,
they even came off private to do it.
exactly.
Yeah,
We'll go
he
hunt
put his
for
big boy pants on.
Did they go back on private? I'm assuming they must have. Did they get all the money? Does anybody know?
No, they got 1 day paid, I think.
Yeah, I heard that it was only 2 days, but I only could find receipts for 1 day because they
They got,
actually are still messaging people on the back end. I don't have permission to share the messages yet, so we'll just say that anonymously, someone has messaged me and said that they got money, begged on the back end, and then they saw a couple of videos from us and then reached out and messaged me. But I don't have permission to share the messages yet because they're afraid.
Perfect. So awareness does work.
Yes.
I mean that's awesome that they reached out. That's great because I know, like y'all mentioned, they're very big on the back end. That they would be on the back end list constantly. Otherwise, I just hate to hear that, but I'm glad to hear that they, you know, awareness on that because it's gotten to the point where it's just beyond ridiculous. And I don't care if Tim and Andrew are listening or not. It is beyond ridiculous. Beyond, beyond.
And that goes along with all of the manipulation, along with the emotional manipulation that they do, where Tim gets on there with staring at the phone and saying, we're going to be out on the street. We're going to have to get blankets. We don't have blankets. All I have is a sweater. And she doesn't need to be out in the street. She doesn't need to be sleeping in the car. And he's absolutely done nothing to move the needle on their uh, survival. I mean, if he's in the phone staring, begging for our money to survive and hasn't done anything to help themselves, I don't understand why TikTok should care. So, guys, the amount of shares, likes, and comments that you make makes a difference for these people to find us. So continue doing what you're doing. I know it's frustrating, but you guys are the ones that are making the difference. And I could not be happier with the group that is over here hardcore hammering it out, constantly messaging, making sure that people understand how to read the room. When you read the room and you see that Angela is laid up right next to Tim on that bed begging, and she is snoring it up like she just worked a 12-hour shift and not a worry in the world, why the hell should we worry? So if anything else gets put out there, tell them to read the room. If you want to give your hard-earned money to two people who are laid up in the hotel bed, living like they're on vacation, not a care in the world, then they need to do that. People like Jesse Fields, people like Brenda McKinney, people like Bugsy, they need to give that money out. Bet Mark Carey, those people need to be the ones that pay for Angela to lay. But the rest of us tell them to read the room. And one of those things is, what are you doing to move the needle to make your situation better? And if you get blocked, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's a question I had about Willie. Fallon, do you know his moderators? I mean, have you seen any of them? Are they any of the same group that
They
we've seen?
they are not super enablers. The ones that are giving him $3, $5 are people like Stella and Hannah Mara, just the one-off super enablers that we see every day. But the moderators are people that he brought in. They seem to know him, so they must be getting some type of cut.
The one
Really know him in real life.
he calls him his best friend, his homie. So I don't know if they're from the same area or what.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very odd. Yeah. You that's also, yeah, that's really odd because usually they don't bring in people from their, that know them because they don't want people to know what they're doing.
Well, I can tell you the one that gangbanged me, and they both thought alike. Everything they said, both it was like their voices changed. That was it. It was the same vile stuff coming out. They both called me a slave. They both
Oh wow.
called me a boomer. They called me an old person. You know, you're an old person, thumb thugging. This was coming from both their mouths. It wasn't just one. So they're two people that are alike. So I could see him bringing in somebody like that, especially, you know, he's a manipulator. He's a con artist. He's an addict. He's, going to think another addict is just as smart as him. And if you
Wow.
listen to the video, you'll see how smart they are.
Hope just asked, could he get it from the backside from Ahmad? Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. The only thing I notice is that when Willie gets a little bit more hammered with the broccoli, he'll repeat the person that's getting more aggressive. He'll pretty much start repeating what he says because he really can't start thinking on his own much because he's starting to, you know, lack of better words, chill out, but not chill out. But when that guy that I think is the same guy, Sunshine, when he was getting really aggressive in his, I mean, Willie was like getting fired up and repeating and just really, it wasn't the nice all American, cute, sweet boy that the ladies were mentioning in the chat anymore.
It's like he validated Willie.
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird dynamic. Just a
Will
really,
Willie's a dangerous person. I mean, really. Willie's
yeah.
reminds me a lot of a couple people I know that can just manipulate anything and everything out of people by their looks and by their charm.
He's
That's a
got the charm of a toilet bowl. Let's not get that twisted. He is just saying
No, yeah,
people's
he does,
names.
but for some reason, the women are attracted to it.
Yeah,
that's
And Sydney can.
horrible.
I mean, I totally agree with you, Fallon. I think it's one of those things like you, if you're new on the app coming on, and I'm gonna use maybe like an elderly person. Not that elderly people are naive. I'm not saying that, but somebody just seeing him for the first time that doesn't know him, they think he's cute and sweet and that all American looking thing. Now, when he starts opening his mouth and taking hits, I mean, it's you see everything you need to see, but sometimes when he's doing his spill, as I call it, I mean, they are enamored by him in the beginning, and then are some women that are in there that are just like, I mean, they don't care if he's taking hits, and I mean, it's just I don't know if they have low self esteem. I don't know, but it's just really sad to see.
Yeah.
But he loves focusing on the women,
Yeah.
and
I think my first experience with him was when I saw the clip of how they were so disrespectful and foolish and going at Sunshine when he was trying to have a conversation. I think that image I'm not ever going to get rid of. So, I mean, no matter what he does, he could come out in a tux and, apologize. And I don't think I'm ever going to be okay with that.
yeah, I totally agree. And also too, sometimes when he's like talking and stuff, the reason I think it's affected his brain is that at first, even though people kind of look older with the more stuff that they partake, the things he says reminds me of like what high school and college people, like beginning college people say. Mainly like high school, just the way he talks about things.
You know
And
what? Why that might be though, is because when his addiction started with the harder stuff, I believe, and with the little memory loss, as that's probably when he got into it the heaviest. So his memories are from when he started that and before.
good point. I agree because
That's a
it's
good point. Yeah.
it's just real. I call it juvenile pamper, if that makes any sense. Yes, theatrical. I agree. Yes, Lori. Yes,
Kramer, can you put up Stella's, I
and Hope.
guess,
I agree
her
too.
resume? It's the screenshot with most of the black in it.
I'm actually learning something tonight that I didn't know because I haven't watched him.
Well, he told everybody he's single, Checkmate, just so you know.
I'm
He's
good. I'm good
taken.
over here.
Somebody asked him one time, and he told everybody that he was single. So take
Not
that for what it's worth.
not Checkmate and Willie being an item.
Listen, my guy's gonna be famous. He's making a country diss track.
Oh yes.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. It's impressive.
You better get
He's a
some
pretty
windshield wipers.
impressive guy.
Hey, I think I'm gonna drop down, but I wanted to say really quickly, I I wanted to say that he does have really low views, and that does make me happy. I hope he doesn't get higher views. The people that stick around that hear him say those deplorable things, I don't know what's wrong with them. Because I don't know how you can support anyone that says the things that he said. How do you stick around after that? And also, I want to say that some of the women are just probably lonely. They think he's cute. They think, oh, he's giving me attention. Maybe they're older. Maybe they're in their 40s. Maybe that makes them feel good because he's so young. But also, some of them are old enough to be his mom and think he's sweet. Maybe they even see he has a problem and just feel bad. I mean, I'm a mom. I see him. I want him to go to rehab so badly. Um,
Lori, before you go, there's Stella's
oh,
resume. If you could touch a few points there.
oh, Stella. Stella loves me. Stella was my follower, and she started to support Mark and Paige. So I reached out to her, and she said something in the message like, "Oh, that's I can't remember like, oh, that's just pathetic." And then she started to comment on every Mark and Paige video, paragraphs. Well, the next thing you know, she's back in their chat constantly enabling. And I don't mean like just being kind or trying to get information. I don't really have a problem with that. People know that. It was like straight up enabling and telling people like stuff like, "Oh, nobody should judge you. Only God should judge." That's so hateful what they're doing there, the hate pages, that kind of stuff. And I'm going, "Wait a minute. You just commented, so I have a post about her on my main page of all the paragraphs. She's a flip flopper, basically, in a nutshell. She's just a flip flopper.
And she's a mod for him?
No, but she also she enables him, Willie. She enables Willie. Um, she enables Butt Snorkeler, if you know who that is. She enables Mark and Paige. And if we keep watching for her, I promise you, like 90% sure you're going to see her in other people's lives because now it's almost like her mission. It's very odd. She's an odd one. I don't know. So
And another one. And just in case, Stella, that you may see that Lori is, her light is lit up and you might be on the outside watching, just so you know, whatever name you decide to go and use when you go private, the name is still going to follow you around the app. So if one of these people whose life is valuable happens to pass away from something they received too much of off the street or something horrible off the street that causes them to stop breathing, your name will be added to a very long list of people to set a precedent for something when it happens on this app to be held accountable. Stella.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, absolutely.
she was in
Hey
Butt
Lori.
Snorkeler's live, so I took the opportunity because I was really upset. I think that was the same day that Willie crashed out on Sunshine. So I was upset about that, and I said, because I thought, well, you have me blocked, on my main, but I was in there on my backup. Well, I thought, well, here's my opportunity, and I said to her in the chat, why are you enabling Willie? He's an active addiction. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like he's self-destructing, like right in front of us. Why would you enable that? And then of course it's, she posted her little, oh, Lori is just here to record, block her, she's a hate page. That tells you her line of thinking. It's not awareness. We're bullies. And those are the people, you're right. Like, I give them a chance. I always will try to give somebody a chance, one chance. But I'm not doing flip flopping, and I'm not doing, like, you tell me that you're done and then go over there.
Exactly.
And like gift them or say we're a hate page. If you think we're a hate page, you don't get it.
That's right.
So
Keep up the good work, Lori.
thank you.
Yes,
Okay,
Lori, you're doing an amazing job.
thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks you guys. I will
Good
talk to you
night.
later. I'm gonna drop, okay?
Good
Thank
night.
you, Lori.
Yep, thanks guys. Bye. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye. Good night.
So Rammer has put up the screenshot of Hannah Mara, and I know that many of you recognize her name. Oh, she's been around awareness for a very long time, and she gave money to Feifei, and then Feifei went on a hate-filled rant, and she stopped being her moderator. And I thought that Hannah, after we had 3 conversations with her, understood the concept of at least researching before you go enable. We're not telling you guys to block people, to stop sitting with people, where to go, what to do with your money, none of that. When we tell you to consider blocking someone, it is strictly so you are not wasting your time, your valuable time, when you are trying to message someone. And if you continue to message someone like Pittsburgh girl Andrea or people like Hannah Mara who are taking up your time, there are people who are getting through the cracks that are brand new, who are believing people's lies, like Mark and Page's, Michelle's, Maggie Foster's, Jay Paul, Becky Fortney, Tim and Angela, Tim Nash. Those people are getting through the cracks because time is being wasted on people like Hannah, who have been around awareness for a very long time and does not understand, or just the effort to type the name up at the top of the TikTok search bar and do a little research. Hannah, her whole page is all about love, all about the community, all about love one another and don't bully. Look at the list of people she's enabling. There's nothing in that list that is about love and not bullying. And there's nothing on that page about treating animals like family, loving every living thing, despite the differences. Becky Fortney, look at the racism there. Look at the dog abuse on those poor, tortured, innocent souls. Kim Peters, she's lost 3 birds now. We all know about Michelle. Mark and Page, it's a pinned video at the top of Lori.strobe 29's page. Go look and see how Mark treated Buddy. Jay Paul, we all seen Rick's ribs. There's nothing that Hannah Mara couldn't find at the top of the typing the name at the top of the TikTok search bar. But here we are. Now she's a moderator for Sheena. The same Sheena that the husband got on the screen and said, don't give the flood victims your money, the hurricane victims your money, give it to us. That's not about love, Hannah. So save me your bullshit when you come in and say, that's not what my life is all about. Look at my page. That's not love. That's selfishness, and that's just simply being lazy and not doing the research, because you are enabling animal abuse, racism, and transphobia. And it's wrong. Hate's wrong. Anytime you treat anybody differently because of the color of their skin or who they love, you're wrong. And especially an animal that was put here by God to teach us lessons that we still don't want to learn because they're the gentle creatures. But above all else, Hannah, we gave you more opportunities than most because you were over here with us in awareness and you were trying to do the right thing, we thought. But instead, you're just wasting our time. So again, I'm not telling you who to block. I'm not telling you where to sit. But if you are talking to Hannah, you're wasting your time and she's wasting your valuable efforts to help new people not get taken advantage of. Actions speak louder than words, Hannah, and you're enabling animal abuse, hate, transphobia, and a whole lot of bullshit that all you have to do is type their names up at the top of the TikTok search bar to find out who you're giving money to.
I remember when she was in that live you guys had, and she really seemed convincing that she was, done with all of it.
Sadly, yes.
That's quite a lineup.
And above all else, anybody can sit on the other side and call us bullies, but there's nothing that you can say that we do over here that we don't produce receipts for. If we say it, you best believe we can black it up in black and white. Thank you, Rammer, for putting that up.
No problem.
These are all Sheena's mods right here.
Wow.
Wow, that's wild.
Who's all Sheena's mods?
Oh, this is who Hannah mods for.
Oh, I was like, damn, that's quite a lineup right there.
Yeah.
What the hell did I miss?
Well, she mods for some really vile people. Wow.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She's made it a mission. It's like Hot Mess Express.
Yeah. Wow.
Jesse Fields.
Well, did you learn enough about Willie tonight?
I think so. I mean, I'm going to start trying to look for him. I don't get much time on here. Is he on usually during the day or in the evening, at night?
Kind of just hit and miss. I think it's just whenever he's awake.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is true. That is true.
Remy, you can take that down and go to a dark screenshot so they can see the chat now if you want.
I actually miss a lot because I'm at work all day, every day, usually. Luckily today I was off because of the holiday season, but I've never came across him.
Well, kind of like watching paint dry.
Yeah, I do hope he gets help. I really do, because it's at the rate he's going. I don't think it's going to be very positive.
That's the thing. I want all these people, Tim Nash, Lisa, all them people. I want them to get help. I believe everybody's worth saving. And I know people's going to come at me and say, not Tim Nash. Everybody is worth saving. Everybody has a chance at life. No matter how vile or disgusting you are, every life is worth saving.
Well, and even if you don't like them, don't contribute to their, ultimate demise.
Exactly.
That's the sad part about it.
Yeah, and the ones that do it out of spite, just for the awareness part of it, I really don't even know what to say to them anymore. Like,
That's
giving away your money to try to upset us is only hurting them.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. It just doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand how. I mean, not to change the topic, but like even with Tim and Angela's group that done, I don't know how those people are able to keep giving the money. I mean, you figure a hotel 365 days a year. I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Or a room is $70 a day, but it's only 300 something a week. I mean, I don't know. The variables just change. Just a weird dynamic over there. Although the other day when Tim and Angela was on, Tim's like, you don't know if I'm working or not. I'm just not disclosing it. Which, of course, my answer that I wanted to say, of course I can't because I'm in a streaming live, was basically, yeah, but, your wife was the one to let everybody know where you worked at, So but I just have serious doubts he's working. But
Well, the other part to that too, with the reading the room, when he was laid up and she was next to him snoring, I don't know if you could hear it over her snoring, but he said when he was talking to that Paulette Albrecht, that super enabler, and I haven't posted her yet because I'm still finding screenshots from my other device, but he said, I can't borrow against my Cash App because my direct deposit is not connected to it. If I had direct deposit connected to it, I could borrow. Most jobs, when you get a job, don't they allow direct deposit? So wouldn't that be the thing you set up when you do your new hire paperwork? Am I wrong in that?
Those first at my company, first when you do all your paperwork, that's the first thing you're giving them: your ID for taxes, and then your routing numbers and all that.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, that's the first thing that we do at our company once you're hired. You do all of your W-4 stuff, and then, it's the banking stuff.
yeah,
so once again, Tim and Angela, Tim opened his mouth and told on y'all that he is not working. You don't have a direct deposit going towards any payment method. So there you go. You don't have to tell us that you're working and lie some more, Tim, because we already know you're not.
Did anybody catch it a few weeks ago when he was talking about his bank account got closed over the weekend?
yes, because the zero balance. Yeah,
Yeah, that don't happen.
yeah, and that he had a friend at the bank that he talked outside with, which I'm like, that makes no sense. But anyway, and he was going to have to go another day and straighten it out. And of course, I'm thinking, now you found this out on Monday or Tuesday. It's now Friday or Saturday, and now you're going to go do something about it, or now you're thinking about it. I mean, come on. If that was true, you would have been at that bank Monday or Tuesday because
I would.
he's checking those accounts because that's where everything goes every day. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, and people were even asking him that in the chat, and he just would kind of it changed from zero balance to, I think it was like another situation where he had overdrawn, is what I think, because he admitted one time that he had overdrawn it, and I couldn't believe the chat actually covered it. Maybe.
I don't believe he's got a bank account. I know he's got these Cash App and PayPal,
Well, that's what I
but
mean. Like he had over, I think with like some of the apps, I don't really use Cash App and stuff like that, but I believe they had overdrawn it. I don't know if something came back or whatever, but he actually admitted it was overdrawn, and I don't know if maybe they give him like an extra 100, or I don't have any idea. But when he actually told him it was overdrawn, the chat actually covered it. I
I
mean,
remember that.
and I was just like, what? I mean, first off, I would be absolutely embarrassed
He
to
not
ask.
only begged for the money he needed, but then he begged for the money to pay his overdraft.
Right.
Yeah,
So in my bank, I have overdraft insurance. Like if I was ever to go over, the bank covers it for you.
Right.
Um, I would guess with their financial stability that they don't have, that they probably don't have that kind of insurance on their checkings account.
yeah, yeah. I agree, and I don't even know if they really even have a bona fide checking account.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Um, Especially since they don't have any money to keep in it, because most banks nowadays will charge you so much a month if you can't keep $500 in that account.
Yep.
He was kind of going back and forth, but I mean, some people in the chat had covered it. I just, I don't know if that was when he was friends with, I can't even remember his name. Y'all remember the super,
Roy Boy,
um, it,
Ron.
that's it.
Ron.
That's it. Ron. Yeah.
oh,
I,
Ron.
yeah. Which I haven't seen him around a lot. So, but anyway, I think he was maybe one of the ones that helped. I'm not sure, but I couldn't believe they actually had covered it. I couldn't believe they actually had the thing to even ask for it. But
Yeah, I couldn't have done that one.
it's a new day every day. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would highly doubt that they use that money to fix their financial situation at a bank. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know.
Well, the people enabling him ought to really think about it. If two grown people that's not had fires, no major things happen in their life where they've lost their house due to, hurricanes, anything like that, don't own a couple of blankets, you might want to ask what they've been doing with their life the last 5 years at least. I mean, just about everybody owns a blanket or two.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. When they've been doing this so long and it's the same people over and I mean, it's almost at a point where you're like, why would you keep giving money to two grown able-bodied people? It's like supporting your own kids, you support them, you give them money, you support them through college, and then you hope that they get off on their own feet, right? And these two are two grown adults that have been doing this for over 2 years, and they're still not on their feet.
I would think most of the people that's giving him money would not enable their own children. If my son was 40 years old, laying in bed all day, I would not enable him. And that's probably why him and his dad don't have a relationship.
Yeah, because I mean, I think Fallon and them had shown proof of like eviction of certain things, and when they lived at the house, they wouldn't contribute, and the poor dog Rosie. I mean, I just don't get it, you know. And I still pray for Juju every day, but you know,
And it's just indication after indication that they are never going to do for themselves. They are laid up waiting for a handout. And everyone knows that when you look at them on screen, they look like they just rolled up out of bed and didn't go far. Their hair's all over the place, same clothes, and they probably still have sleep in their eyes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How much motivation do you have to at least wash your damn face before you get up on here and beg? I mean,
yeah,
and it's at the point, God help me if the rumor gets stronger for TikTok to go dark on January 19th because I'm going to blow up out of TikTok like Kim Peters did and show my whole ass to everybody. I'm going to name enablers like it's going out of style, like New Year's countdown or something. Because there's no reason that people like Jesse Fields and Bet Marcari and Brendan McKinney and Bugsy and all of the people that are over there still riding for these two able-bodied grown adults that can't see past their laziness when they could go down to a school and feed some very hungry children with late fees on their, or our warriors that fought for our country eating out of a trash can and sleeping on cold concrete with the weather about to get as cold as it is, single mothers who don't have enough food to produce milk for their babies, or for those in a domestic violence abuse situation that they have to stay in those homes of abuse because there's no resources for them in their own communities. But let's all hold up and give it to Tim and Angela because they, after 549 days, have not got the motivation to get off their ass and get a job and take care of themselves. Let's do that.
yeah, I totally agree. I remember the first time I saw where they had a week where somebody had paid it. I literally was sitting there going, okay, you have a week. You can do so much in this week. I would be ready first thing in the morning, and there would be a job. I mean, you may not like the job, but there would be a job. And every day they would come on briefly. You know, they hadn't went anywhere because they said they hadn't gone anywhere. Nothing had been done, sleeping in, nothing. And I literally was just thinking to myself, if I was homeless and I had a week in a hotel and that's what I had, I mean, I couldn't sleep. I mean, it would be hitting the pavement. I just couldn't function. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
Right,
just could
like
not
you
do
would
that.
make sure you had a job no matter what it was. I mean, anything at this point.
I mean, I'll clean everybody's toilets, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would do, I mean, not anything, but I would do any legal job there was to make sure that I had a place to stay and food. And it probably wouldn't be pork chops and steak. It'd probably be rice roni for a while, but you know what? That's okay. But I actually, the first time I saw them have a week where it was paid up, I mean, I was sitting there going, why aren't y'all getting up and going out? It was mind boggling to me. I just couldn't imagine it, you know? And then I realized that, you know, these are the choices they want to make. And it's just very, I just, I, I don't understand it. And I'm glad I don't understand it
It's become a
because,
way of life for them, sadly, and it's going
yeah,
to continue that as long as people enable them because they feel bad because they don't have a room or people are bullying them when they're really not. People just fed up with them. You know, at first, like I've told people, helping, there's nothing wrong with helping people. Help is one or two times. Anything after that to me, you're begging, you're mooching, you just don't want to work.
yeah.
I would tell my family member the same thing. I'll help you once. Beyond that, I'm just giving it to you, and I'm not going to do that.
And I know they've talked about churches and stuff, but you can only ask churches for so much because I've seen those posts that have been made like on Facebook and just asking about any and everything and then hearing about Amazon wish list for basic things that Tim needed and then what the dog needed and I'm just sitting there going, I mean, you're asking people for shaving cream and it's been a year and a half. I mean, I
It
don't get
sounds
it.
like they have begged their way out of that town. At this point in life, I would move and start a new life, where I wasn't known.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it is, a lady had come in one of the lives, I think it was an awareness live that y'all had, and she had mentioned about factory jobs that were like, it was like 40 minutes away. I mean, if you're staying in a hotel and you're not living with your parents, I mean, y'all, 40 minutes away from your family is not that far, okay? And she said, I can get jobs for both of y'all. I know the manager, whatever. And they're like, no, it's too far. She said, they said, no, it was too far away from where they live. And that makes no sense. That makes no sense. I mean, I've commuted to work over an hour sometimes at jobs that I've had. I mean, I can't even imagine being 30 or 40 minutes and not taking an opportunity. And she could get jobs for both of them and it was like no, I mean because she was like new into their life and wanted to help and because when you first see them you think folksy charm until you get to know them, and I'm glad awareness was there because if you don't you may think it's just that folksy whatever until you realize they've been doing this for a long time, but it's, I mean, she had jobs that could have paid really well and had benefits, but no.
That's
I mean,
funny you say that. So Tim and Angela, probably, I don't know. It's been, I know, at least a year. They actually let me in their box. They was getting a bunch of hate because they had done something, but another person, that Brit, was in their box, and they wound up dropping her. And the company I work for, we have hubs all over the United States, and one of them we have in Memphis. We have one in Knoxville. We have them in Arkansas. We just have them everywhere, and they pay very well. And I told him, I said I could get you lined up with that, but you'd have to move to another. And he said I can't right now. And he could have went there, and probably within a week and a half had enough money to rent a place to get them through until they got more money. But he didn't want that. And I told him it was hard work. It's still industry.
Yeah, they really just don't want to work. I mean, and why would they when people's handing them money to live every day?
Yeah.
Of course they're not going to work.
yeah, and there's, I mean, I've had people in my family that came from small towns, and everybody had to move to other locations to get jobs because some smaller towns are just saturated, especially in different fields, and they want to stay there, and I think it's comfortable for them. I don't think it's necessarily I think, and this is just my opinion. I mean, I think there's probably some family that may help in some ways. I don't know which ones, but for some reason they want to stay there. They're comfortable, even though everybody in town knows what they do and how they beg. I don't understand it because if you really wanted to work 20, 30 minutes, I mean, you stay in a hotel. You've had to switch hotels after 30 days, you've admitted. You've gotten kicked out of hotels. I mean, you live in a hotel. So it's not like you have a house that you're breaking a lease on and I agree with I think Bug said they don't want to work and it's crazy. It's, I mean, there's just no, And I think one time Tim used the thing, well, people say it's so easy. Well, it's not easy, but at the same time, though, you're you're going to Walmart every day and you're doing all these things every day. So 30 minutes down the road is just 30 minutes down the road. There's going to be another hotel. I mean, it's just excuses,
Right.
you
I
know.
mean, he sits in his car and begs for an hour, so he could be driving that hour to a job.
Exactly.
Fact is,
Exactly.
you do what you do to support your family. For 2 years, I lived out of a hotel room every 2 weeks. I drove to Mississippi. You know, I didn't have to. I did it. They paid me really well to go do it for 2 years. I said, give me that money. And it helped my family out. And that's what you do. You want the best for your family.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Hey girls,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to tell kind of an opposite story because I thought I could cheer Fallon up.
I'm
I
all
was,
ears.
huh?
I said I'm all ears.
Well, I just came across this woman and I actually was thinking that she was going to end up being a beggar because she's a single black woman, young woman, and she had 6 kids. One was like a newborn, and then she had like a 1-year-old, and they couldn't have been, they had to be like 8 and under. And so she ended up finding herself a place at a what do you call it? A shelter with her kids. And she stayed there, but at the shelter, they had to be out at 6 in the morning. So she's got to get all these 6 babies. And I mean, they were young, 2 a year and under. And then there was like 3, 4-year old and 7 and 8, something like that. And get them all bundled up. And she would walk the 2 that went to school all the way across town to the bus stop. And then she would just have to find a place outside or wherever, a library maybe. For the whole rest of the day, they couldn't go back to the shelter until 5 o'clock. And so this went on for months. And she brought us into the shelter one time because she had one whole section because she had so many kids, and they each had to have a bed and, whatever. So, imagine getting up and getting all of your kids dressed in winter coats and gloves and boots and having to get out at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I continued to watch her, but she never asked for anything, never ever asked for anything. But she had me intrigued. So I kept watching her. Next time I put her on, she was all excited, saying that she had been chosen she was working with people in the homeless shelter, and she had been chosen for housing. So she was all excited about the housing. And then the next time she was on, she was at the apartment, hadn't moved in yet, but she was walking us through it, showing us all the rooms and the smile on her face. It was just so contagious. And this is where they're going to go and they're going to go and they're going to go. And then she was all happy and everything. And then the next time I saw her, she was in there. They were all moved in and she was making the kids dinner at her first stove and pots and pans, the whole thing. She was so excited. And the last time I saw her, she was walking us through, and the shelter that they had been staying on came over and brought her all new bedding, sheets, all new towels, new dishes. So, they really liked the family because she was a very sweet, sweet girl.
Mm-hmm.
She had the down south, whatever you want to call it. But she was a very sweet girl, and she was really good with her kids and everything. And I guess they liked her at the place that they were staying at. So it worked out really well for her. So now, she's got all of that part settled. She gets her food stamps. I guess the last thing that they're working on her with is getting like a job.
That's awesome, animal
Yeah,
lover. See,
that's a
that's
very humbling story.
yes, definitely. Where she, I couldn't even imagine taking care of 6 little ones, let alone having to worry about where everything is going to go, but she was clearly doing the work of putting in, working with a case manager, putting in resources and trying to make a way for her and her babies. That
Yep,
is what it's all about.
she was not whining. She was not complaining like some of them you hear, well, yeah, hurry up. It wasn't any of that. She was so good to the kids. I was just amazed that I could even find someone out there with all the crap that people pull, and she is not like that.
That's amazing. Animals lover. Great story. Thank you. I needed
Yeah.
that.
And that's the
That was, it just makes me so happy. I try to spread it around because it does happen. There's few out there that use their actual brain cells to do good. And
Yeah,
she
and
was definitely one of them.
if
agreed.
she can do it, I mean, people without children that's just laying in a bed can definitely do it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope
They,
she finds a job, and I hope her future continues to go well. I mean, and those programs are good because they're supposed to be to help people, that need the help start off, help them get those resources so they can get on their feet, create a life and an opportunity, and go at it, and I think that's what's so disturbing about Tim and Angela is that it's not a career, I mean, it's it's like what I always say. I mean, they don't even sit up when they're meeting with their supporters in the bed. I would at least sit up if I was going to have people giving me hundreds of dollars every day.
They don't even sit up when they cook.
No, it's,
yeah.
it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and they did, some of her followers, the only thing I wondered, I wanted to continue watching because I was going to see if it was going to turn into something worse, was some of the followers were saying that you should put up a GoFundMe to get what you need for the kids, because Christmas was coming and birthdays were coming. And, they just got into this house. They really don't have the jobs yet. They literally just got into them. So they wanted to put a GoFundMe up. And I did not think it was a bad idea because this woman has never asked in the whole couple months we had been watching her, she had never asked for a penny. Never. She just wanted to talk to us to tell us what she had gotten and how far she had come. And she got to go grocery shopping and she got to make what they liked the best. And, everybody sits at the table and eats. I mean, the simplest things that we would think are the simplest things were like a really big deal to these people.
So
So
I don't want us to, and that is one of the things that I I strive to look at differently. I don't want everyone to think that a GoFundMe is a negative connotation. There are people out there that need medical devices that insurance doesn't pay for, or just need this one hit to be able to advance their career, or something that is tangible that's just out of their reach because of maybe two, three, $400, something that they just have worked so hard for and it's just in their grasp. They just need a little help. And those type of people who come on the internet, it may be a tire that someone is stranded, forgot their wallet, whatever, something a one-off. The beggars and scammers like Tim and Angela, Tim Nash, Jordan Paul have ruined it for the people who truly do need help. And, people that get on here with these GoFundMes that are, I'd like to buy a house because my son needs to live closer to me, so let's buy this house. I mean, some of those things are just strictly read the room. If you don't have the ability to go out and find a down payment and do something for a house for your son, then why the hell should the internet? So those type of things, I personally don't see a problem for that. I mean, there may be people here in the chat that feel differently, or even on the panel, but someone who's got up and worked for the cause to do for themselves, I wouldn't have a problem with people helping them. I do have a problem when people stroll into Tim and Angela's chat and hear that they can't battle because of the air quote trolls and can't buy Christmas gifts for them. And now people are wanting to put a Amazon wish list or tell them to do a GoFundMe for stupid things like that. That eats me up.
And sadly, they'll be doing both of them, a GoFundMe and a wish list now.
You're right. But again, that's one of the things over here. And there's a spectrum. There are some people that are hardcore. Don't do a wish list. Don't do a GoFundMe. Don't ask for a penny. That is, that you didn't go out and try every resource available to you. Don't do it. And then there's some in the middle. And then there's some that are absolutely those super enablers that are on this chat saying, go make a GoFundMe. I'll donate. How much do you need today? Did you eat today? Stupid stuff.
I actually know exactly who Animal Lover's talking about, and I remember seeing her. She'd been on here for a little while, and All for One went in here and give her some reason, and she actually used them. She's actually did the footwork. That's I don't know a whole lot about her, but I'm glad to see that she's moving up because everybody deserves it, and hopefully all that motivation motivates her to keep doing more.
And those children, I mean, their future is going to be so much brighter,
Exactly.
and.
So, Lori, that's a good question. She was just in here a few minutes ago, and I missed the opportunity to speak with her. I have concerns when people go into beggar scammers and those exhibiting bad behavior and chat it up like they're best buddies to sell a narrative and their pity stories. When you go into a chat and say, does your stomach hurt? Did you eat today? And just chatting it up like you belong there and you're helping them con and scan good kind-hearted people, you're absolutely an enabler. Being kind is not enabling, but when you cross that boundary to where you are helping them sell that narrative of a pity party, absolutely. And it needs to have a discussion.
People just need to realize everything you see on the internet, isn't a true story. There's always a backstory to a story. There's a lot of vile people on this app. There's a lot of good people on this app. I was sent a clip today, and I don't know if they sent it to you guys, but this guy was doing something really vile on the app, and it just went on, and people that was in the chat was actually enabling it, telling the guy to, I'm not even going, but it was sick. It was vile. And if a kid would stumble across that, I don't know, it made me sick looking at it. And it was just gross. People like that need gone off this app in jail.
Lori, I mostly see her in Jordan Paul's chat. There are 2 other screenshots that I'll be able to send you to verify. I don't want to speak out of turn because it's on my other device. But yes, there are some concerns as to exactly the amount of interaction she's having in these chats, selling narratives of pity parties.
I can understand that, Summerby. Summerby made a good comment. People like Tim and Angela had made me question helping people, and I hate that. No, I totally agree, Summerby. It, before TikTok, I mean, I was kind of different with my giving. I haven't given on the app, but I was different with my giving in the outside world. And I still give, but it's just I have to admit I'm a little bit more jaded than what I would like to be on stuff because of what I've seen on TikTok. You know what I mean? And that can be good or bad, but it's just I really it's just I know it's going to sound very Pollyanna, but I just really don't understand how people can live with themselves with these narratives like fake cancer and just the lies and just the laziness. I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror, but
It makes you second guess everybody's story now, right?
yeah,
Because you don't know
exactly.
if it's genuine.
Yeah.
And that's really awful, you know, that you can't believe, you know, somebody telling you if they have cancer or if, you know, they're homeless or they're, you know, they really need food. And that's a sad world, really.
And I'm really glad because I kind of stumbled onto y'all in awareness because when I got on TikTok, I was kind of late to the game on TikTok, but I'd heard about it. My nephew was kind of really into it, and so I got on TikTok. And I'm on a need to know basis with TikTok, and so I went and and you know I would hear stories and stuff about and I was like, man, that's just so sad. And then I think somebody had messaged me and saying they're a scammer. And then I put the word scammer in and I was like, what on earth? I said, there's like a bunch of scammers and beggars on here. And then I got introduced to like some awareness lives and I stumbled into y'all's lives and I mean literally stumbled and I was like, wow, there's actually people here trying to stop these beggars and scammers. That's kind of cool. I mean, because people don't know. Because like I said, I joined TikTok kind of late in the game, but and then I realized other people are joining it too later on. So I was very thankful because I mean, because when you first hear some of these stories, I mean, they sound believable. Now I'm just, like I said, I don't want to be jaded, but now I'm just like I ask a lot more questions than I normally do, which means I'm asking a lot of questions. So it's crazy.
You do really good, though, Sydney. You really do.
Well, that's very nice, but it's just because I'm very inquisitive. In fact, when I got married and my husband asked for my hand in marriage to my dad, he asked my dad for a piece of advice on, how to make me happy. And my dad gave him one advice. She's going to ask you a lot of questions. That was his advice. And my husband to this day says, that was really good advice. So anyway,
I know when I see you pop into somewhere, you're going to ask, and I see it, and I enjoy that.
Oh, yes, I welcome all the questions. I think it's great. You ask a lot of questions that not many people ever ask.
yeah. Well, I appreciate that, but I just want to know the truth. You know what I'm saying?
This tomorrow. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you stumbled in.
Yeah, literally, literally.
Hey, animal lover, I know you don't know how to get down. I can drop you if you'd like.
Are you saying you want me to get down?
Oh no, I just figured you just you didn't know you were still up here.
You're kicking me down, aren't you?
No, not at all.
Not at
You
all.
were
Fine.
talking to somebody, so we could just mute you. And you can stay
Oh,
up. You're more than welcome to stay up.
oh, now she wants to keep my mouth shut as well. Okay.
But you had the story of the night, so thank you, animal lover. The feel good moment of the evening.
That was a very good
It
story.
really was.
Well,
And
I
every
was
one of these people
trying
that
to be nice, unlike some people on here.
I gotta
sadly,
follow my
every one of these
reputation.
people that we cover could be that success story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of rooting for Nookie, the horror queen lady, because she'd been gone for a couple of months. I was kind of thinking, wow, she was, which I mean, awareness, that live, she was ready to stop, but then when she came back on, I was like, oh man.
My face came
Are
down, but my voice and my name is still there. I'm a ghost.
You're still in the box.
I'm a ghost. Where is my face?
You have your camera on. I can see your face.
There is no face in my box. How?
I got to get a picture for mine. I look like I'm
Oh,
in the
I'm
witness
back.
protection program.
Well, I guess if you guys want to talk out of my earshot, you will have to poop me down because it's just not.
No, you're absolutely more than welcome to stay up here. We're just
Absolutely.
going to talk about Pookie for a little bit and
Yes.
move on to other things and other, scammers or beggars or enablers.
Pookie
But
didn't have
yeah,
a
stay
care in
up
the
here if
world
you'd like.
today.
I'm sorry, what?
Pookie didn't have a care in the world today.
Pookie hurt
Just,
my feelings today.
just wanted her toilet paper and her Chick-fil-A money.
And
Checkmate
fuck
cracked me up
Checkmate's
though.
feelings.
Checkmate cracked me up when Pookie's like, no, and Checkmate's like, why not? I just was cracking up. I was just so funny. But anyway, because when she saw your name, she knew she got caught. She knew.
Yeah, because that's the first time I'd been in her life since she's been back. So I was hopeful that she would actually give me a box because I was very respectful to her the first time. But she knew if I was coming up there what I was going to say. So I did go into Pookie's live today, and as soon as I entered the chat, I seen her face. She knew exactly why I was there.
I like what Theatrical said. I'd be damned if I ever begged. It wouldn't be for toilet paper. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Theatrical. It's just crazy. Yeah, she was blocking lots of people today. Hope says Pookie went from 50 to 25. Yeah, and she kept. And I noticed when I was watching from the outside, I noticed she was saying stuff like, "I've got like 16 people in here, and I'm needing blah blah blah." And I'm thinking, I mean, she just kept repeating it. It's just crazy.
She was watching Married with Children while saying that on repeat.
Oh my goodness.
You know who's her moderator, Checkmate, and who I believe gave her first $5?
I'm sorry, my son was talking to me. What?
Do you know who her moderator is and who gave her her first $5, I believe?
For who? Pookie?
Uh-huh.
No, I
Pop.
just went in there today.
My friend Papa.
Oh my gosh.
His enabling ass.
Oh my goodness.
So
No.
that is now the 29th beggar that he has enabled and gave money to.
That's
Wow.
wild.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pookie actually came up in a live that we had and said that she begged just to beg.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other reason to it, just to see what she could get.
That's what she was doing today,
And
just to see what she could get.
yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to go up there and say today, but she wouldn't let me in a box.
yeah, that wish list. I still, I don't know. That wish list was interesting. You know.
You mean the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater?
Yes, I had to have Rammer translate, and because I was like, "Who on earth? That can't be in that wish list." And of course, it was.
It absolutely was. Yes,
Yes.
it was loud and clear in there.
What is it? A magic wand?
It was
I
a
mean,
wand. I don't know
it'll
how
take her to
magical it'll
places
be.
she's never been before. She said it was she said it was because she has arthritis. But I don't think that you can get arthritis in your cookie.
You learn a
I'm
lot
just
about
saying.
somebody through a wish list. You know it?
What?
You learn a lot about somebody through a wish list.
Yeah.
Hey, Portia. I don't know. That's the reason that she said that she needed it is because she has arthritis.
Wouldn't that
Um,
make it worse? I mean,
I mean, it could. If she doesn't cut it off.
at least carpal tunnel.
I'm reading these comments, y'all. It's just they're cracking me up. Anyway, yeah. Melody Rose. Melody, Melody Rose. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, she got trolled pretty bad before the live for the flying purple people eater. And everybody was like, that's a purple what? And she finally got aggravated, and I think she added it to her block words, but it sure gave us a little bit of laughter for a bit.
I know I couldn't hold it together during that part of the live.
Something I did notice while she was live and talking, a few people that was talking to her nice. I also seen them where because she had it where it says whatever name one message to creator, and there was about 3 to 4 people that actually had messaged her. And hopefully, it's not people feeling bad for her and, not wanting to give it to her, say, hey, I'm going to send you something.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Yeah. Because she said she worked. She said she really didn't need the money, you know? And, she was kind of throwing I don't want to say her mods, but the people that were doing the list or something, she was kind of throwing them under the bus that day. And she was like, I'm not going to do it, you know? And then she's back.
Yeah, she gave away her biggest enabler that night.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have the screenshots.
She's even offering to pay them back, whoever would give them the money, give her
I
the
did
money, pay
hear
them back
that.
Tuesday.
She said, I'm
She's going
good
to pay
for
them back Tuesday when she gets paid.
Yeah, she
That's
was full of some
right.
bullshit today. She said, I'm never going to beg again. I'll pay you back. I mean, I just need toilet paper. And here's my PayPal. My PayPal. My PayPal. Girl, get out of here. She said she moved, but she showed the apartment and it's still the same old place. Stop it.
Oh, she showed the apartment?
Mm-hmm. Let me go get a screenshot. I'll be right back.
Perfect. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go into her live until today. I wasn't allowed to be in there very long.
About 10 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is I didn't even say anything in the chat except for Pookie. I thought you weren't begging anymore. She ignored that. And then I thought, okay, I'll wait and wait. And then I requested, and then other people were being nasty to her, and I'm the one that got blocked. I didn't even say anything mean.
No, you really didn't.
Yeah, I still think it was funny when she's like, no, you cannot have a box. And Checkmate's just like, why not? It's so sweet and innocent. I was just like laughing.
Well, I let her in my box. She should have let me in her box.
She knows what's coming. That's the thing.
Yeah. I wish she'd come over here. She probably ain't gonna do that again, though.
Yeah, text mom, you're right. If you really need money for food and toilet paper, it might be time to start selling appliances, you know? I
Well,
mean,
doesn't she have 3 phones? I mean, she got that one bought for her from Walmart. And then she already had 2 devices at that point.
I asked her if she had EBT and she wouldn't answer it.
She got up in Checkmate's box that night, and I asked her, did she get EBT? And she was like, no, I don't. I promise you, I don't. I'm like, chill, lady. It's just a question.
Yeah, when they get that defensive, it's probably, a good sign that they do indeed get that or had that.
They're afraid somebody's going to call on them.
Most definitely, yes. I'm sorry, y'all. My son keeps coming in here and asking me if he can get a chicken, and I'm out to lose my mind.
Let that boy have a chicken.
He wants to
No.
eat some chicken.
He's like, can I just have one chicken? I'm like, what are you gonna do with one chicken?
Let that thing run around your house.
I can't make this shit up, y'all. Like, serious.
That screenshot's on
God.
recording. I'm sorry. I can't go get it. I have to do it in a video or something. Sorry.
Yes, Melody Rose, a real chicken. Just
oh,
one. He just wants one.
She's got to have a friend or a cousin or a partner or something. She can't be alone.
She's gonna be alone wherever she's at because she ain't coming here. No, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, Spooky Mama 3 says she has 6 chickens.
I mean, I'm sure they're great and stuff, but I live in town, and I'm not sure that my neighbors would love that.
Girl, stop it. You're bougie. You're gonna have a chicken up in your house. Stop it.
I am not.
You are bougie.
Absolutely. Could you imagine my house cleaner? She would be mad as hell. Nope. 3 eggs. It's one chicken, puppy power. I don't think we're gonna get that many eggs.
Can you let everybody know about the live that's upcoming, please?
Oh, this
Which
is
one?
important.
Because I'm hoping to do a live with Lori about the traveling couple.
Oh yes. Yes.
Hopefully soon. The live on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, December 30th. There is going to be a huge live. It's going to pertain to Gov and the PI. Also, it'll also be involving Trollivision. It should be a good one. I hope everybody can join.
And what time is that Tuesday?
I don't think that we've actually set a time yet. We're just starting to work on it.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping to do all day tomorrow.
And did you say Tuesday?
Yes.
It's going to open up a bunch of eyes.
Yes.
Did I see him comment on one of your videos the other day?
Huh?
Maybe I'm seeing that. Did he
The
not comment?
investigator?
You what?
The retired investigator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be a good live. I think that we're actually going to do it on Adam's page.
Because he's never had a violation. Is that why he would do it on Adams? I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
his is much more controlled than mine.
Kidding. Yeah.
And it's mostly just to save the date, guys. The date and the time is a hardcore. The date for sure. Most of the time, it's 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So save the date if possible for that time frame. If it's any earlier, we'll let you guys know. But for sure, that date, be on the lookout for a promo so you can click and register for it.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be getting videos out hopefully Sunday, so everybody can get it shared out and make sure they're there. Of course, you can get an invite, Hope.
So I have a question that may get me booted out of the box. But I was just curious, after the last live you had with Gov, and there was a lot of people coming up, proving points, saying that 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 investigator was Gov, and brought up a lot of points to prove that they thought it was Gov. Did that change your minds on whether it was Gov or a separate person?
No, we're actually going to prove those points as false.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And when we came up and asked questions, it was more like fact finding because, we don't know these people. I don't know these people. So when I ask questions, I mean, my goal is just to get information to go further down the line. You know, I have, I have no idea. I mean, I think when they have their live, that's going to give us the information we need probably to wrap up what we need. But it's just, it's nice in these lives because we can ask questions. I've been in other people's lives where I'm either basically said, when you ask questions, you're wrong, and I've been muted. And so, for me, it's more of just fact finding. It's just more asking questions because, I don't know any of these people, and so if they bring somebody up, they encourage us to ask questions. And hey, I don't need to be told twice. I got questions. So
which
Yeah,
is exact,
absolutely.
And
which is exactly
Cindy always has questions. Sorry, Fallon.
no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on a
Go
delay.
ahead. Go ahead.
Which is exactly why we always bring it to you guys. We don't tell you what to think, we don't tell you what to do, but we do tell you to read the room, watch for facts. If you're asking questions and you're getting booted, there's a reason why. But we always bring it to you and tell you to make up your own minds. And even the night before the whole big live, what was one of the key things we told you to do? Bring your questions, write your questions down, bring them. We told Cindy, we put her on the spot. You're going to be the big, here's all the pressure, Cindy. Make sure you bring all your questions. If we had a narrative to sell, wouldn't we tell you to keep it minimal? Don't talk, don't engage, don't do anything. We're going to control this narrative and we're going to shove it down your throats. This is what you have to believe. We've never been that way here. It's always you and what you think, your opinions, your research, vetted on your own. We just lay it all out for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that anybody should be allowed to ask questions. That's how we all got started, right? We ask questions. Um, I don't like when you go into an awareness creators live and you're not allowed to ask questions or you're muted or you're blocked. That's very telling.
well, and especially if accusations are being made. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been in lives and where somebody was being accused of something, and because when I go in, in the beginning, I would go into many lives, and you don't really know what the topic is in some of the other lives I've been in, and I've been in there, and all of a sudden it's like this person has done this, and I'll ask questions, and I'm like, I'm not seeing it. I don't see the linkage. And I've had people tell me, well, it's true, it's there. And I'm like, well, I'm not seeing it. And then I've been in another live that one time Gov was in, and I'm not going to mention the other two people that were, up in the thing. And basically, I had questions, they wouldn't answer them. And then I was basically told I was asking the same question over and over and it was being answered. It wasn't answered. And then I was muted. So that's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not going to answer the direct question, but you're telling me you answer it and you haven't, and then you mute me, well, then you obviously don't want to answer my question, or you're so stuck in your own narrative, you're not seeing it. And, you know, those people, I won't go back in their life.
They're
Yeah,
skating around the truth.
and that's why I think it's very important that people ask for proof. I don't think that anybody should set up in any live and not show proof of what they're saying. If you're saying it and you're saying it's factual, then you should have stuff to back that up.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you got people's reputations. I mean, you've got people's credibility, I mean, it's just, I mean, if that, I mean, it's like what Fallon and y'all have always said over here. I mean, if that was one of us that's being accused of something, we'd want to make sure there's proof. So it's, you know, but it's definitely been interesting in some of these lives I've been in. Definitely been interesting. I got muted. I got a strong mute in one of the lives. A strong mute and what do you call it? A attempted dress down, and that's all I need to know. And it's hey, that's not a problem. You answered my question fully just by doing that. So just by doing that.
And that is part of reading the room.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Oh, yeah, we like when people ask questions because sometimes we don't think of those questions ourselves and it helps us.
That's
It
right.
helps us learn.
Yep.
Hey, Summer. So, yeah, absolutely. Ask questions, ask for proof. If we have it, we'll definitely show it. We wouldn't speak on it if we didn't.
Ma'am, are you saying Google is not a receipt?
For fuck's sake, no, Google is not a receipt.
I'm
It's
just
not a
being
receipt at all.
I'm just being clear here. I just want to make sure I'm clear. Google is not a receipt.
Aw, Rammer's back. Aw. We missed you, Rammer.
I definitely missed y'all.
I was like, there's been some questions that I needed some definitions on, and I always look to Rammer to kind of explain that because, I kind of look at the Pollyanna of things. I'm not naive, but I look at the Pollyanna, and Rammer just kind of cuts to the chase. So you were missed, Rammer. You were missed.
I would have really enjoyed being here with y'all versus where I was.
I bet.
You
Well,
know,
everybody was praying for you.
I
So
appreciate it all.
Yeah, and I really hope Tuesday when people come in, they ask questions, especially if they're confused about something.
Yes.
Because we definitely want to be on clear on what we're saying and showing.
Yeah, we
We have
want people to leave that live with no questions.
I'm sure it's going to be a good live, and I'm sure everybody will be there, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of people watching from the outside as well. So it'll be good.
the outside lookers will be there. So I'm hoping this one's going to be kind of like two parts. We're going to touch on the Trollovision rumors that are going around, of us stealing all of her work, which was never happened. And then, of course, the PI and Gov. Adam has been working tirelessly on this.
Well, it's nice that y'all put all that work in so we can get the facts about stuff because it makes awareness going in, and when we're trying to help, I call them potential victims. That's just the word I use. It just helps us to have the data to do it, because the facts are facts. And I was really glad tonight that y'all showed the police report because that's very interesting, and I think that's going to be. I mean, not that you want to throw people's past up in their face, but um, there's been some lives where he has glossed over some stuff. And I'm talking about Willie glossed over some stuff, and I think that was very, very good that we got to see that. Kind of get the whole picture about Willie. So
Yeah, it was really good because like I said, I hadn't watched him, so I didn't know much about him, other than what Sunshine had told me. Because Sunshine's actually the one that came to me about him.
yeah, well, I'm glad because he is definitely, I don't think, going to stop anytime soon unless health issues develop or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Because he sees this as the platform and the future for himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. He really wants to be a TikTok viral, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Does he want a box now?
Who?
I thought we were talking about Gov.
Is he in here?
There's a Faco account looking person in here with says Guardians of Valor 2.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see it.
Check your IG.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, puppy power. I agree. Puppy power says, folks, if you can't handle the truth, best if you don't attend. I agree.
Is it fake, Florida Man? I figured it was fake, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the fake account or the. Well, I'm going to say it's fake. I don't really know who's behind it, so I guess whenever they decide to come out as who they are,
They
that's
can
on
box
them.
up and show us who they are.
But yeah, we might be quiet the next few days because we have a lot to get together before Tuesday and we don't have much time.
Well, this picture is really me. That's me. That's all you get. That's me.
I like your hat.
Well, you're absolutely adorable.
Thank you. Yeah, I changed it to a New Year's Eve hat.
Yeah, I see that. That's cute. But I hope we get big numbers Tuesday so people can actually see the truth and see what else we've found.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, Guardians of Valor 2, you're not done with Florida Man yet? Well, y'all take it up somewhere else.
Yeah, not here. Because I've been done with Guardians of Valor. Hey, Cassidy. Yeah, it's definitely fake. So, yeah, y'all make sure you come in with your questions. If you have any, if you think of any, make sure you drop them in the comment section. Even when we open boxes, anybody's, I'm so fake, I'm here. Awesome. Then take a box.
The three lovely ones, you can pick which one of the three you want.
There you go. I guess it's crickets.
You've been invited to a box, Guardians of Valor 2.0. Would you like to either request or deny the invitation?
Tuesday better be factual. Shame on you, Fallon.
This is actually fun.
Fallon, what did you do?
Alan, what did you do to Valor 2.0? I mean, you got him off his original account.
Guardians of Valor 2.0 fake. You thumb thugging. You going to be there on your main on Tuesday?
You'll be allowed a box, even you.
Absolutely. But I like how you said my name, Thug Thugger.
Made my knickers wet.
Kramer's back. Kramer's back.
She is back.
I have a puppy pad she can borrow.
Hey, I might need that. I might need it.
You know what is so ironic? The definition of valor. Valor means great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. The medals are awarded for acts of valor. How frickin' ironic. But anyway,
Right?
yeah. How ironic.
He's a
Back and
joke.
get a trophy. Hold on. What? Everybody hold your breath for just a second. Okay, thank you.
Not the screenshot.
Not the screenshots.
We gotta have a screenshot. I'm picturing, I think, Fallon, you said you have like a million notebooks. And why do I think they're purple? Did I think they're purple or did I just think I heard that?
The important one is purple.
Okay, okay, cool. I want to make sure I did not want to give any false information. Okay.
Purple is what I'll be buried with.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's going to be the Holy Bible and then that purple notebook right under it.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but all joking aside, that notebook has saved us a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Every
25 of them.
Every time Fallon says, I'll be right back, I do the Scooby-Doo. Whoa. Because she's gonna be going and getting the information.
She does need a chicken grabber, Hope. She really does. To grab them damn notebooks.
Yes.
With When everyone was getting my hot info, I was popular. Awareness is two faces. Shame on you, Fallon. Our faces have stayed the same.
Fallon, you really have a fan in the comments. Can we get a screenshot just for old time's sake?
Hold your face. Hold your breath.
You have really just offended Guardians of Valor 2.0, Fallon.
They're apparently not a fan of you, Fallon.
Clearly not.
I mean, geez. You make friends all over the app.
I do.
Guardians of Valor 2, you sound a little upset.
Yeah, just a little upset, but you'll be alright.
Yeah.
I'm sure your mama will bring you a warm bottle and a blankie.
Shame on you, Fallon. I can't get over that. You want to contact my family? No, we absolutely don't. We don't need to. There's enough just on you.
Right? We
Yeah.
don't have time to do the family tree. We
Yeah.
just focused on you.
Why?
No
So you can
offenders.
impersonate them too?
Jesus was the only one that kind of came back, and we don't need any wives coming back from the dead. So we're kind of past that. You know.
Nobody said anything about your mom.
What the hell?
I mean, in what family? You said your wife passed away from breast cancer. Remember?
Mm. She looks like she's alive and thriving to me.
Guardians of Valor 2.0. Any New Year's resolutions for 2026?
New year, new me.
Who dis?
I like Little Mama. That shame on you comment was almost as good as the pew 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 comment from Fallon's BFF. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm getting my fur done.
I was the face of a what the the face of awareness, not over here, you are.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. The only problem, Guardian, was we don't know whose face it was. It was a lot of faces, you know?
The face of awareness. Holy shit. All that damn screenshot and your phone's gonna be full again.
Puppy Power said, "You mean the fraud of awareness?" Yeah. I'll tell you what, 2025 has been an interesting year. Interesting year.
It has for sure. 2026 ain't looking too hot though.
Yeah. 2025, I was kind of new to the scene here, but it's definitely been a roller coaster. Definitely been a roller coaster of interesting things. So, yeah.
We're just gonna go ahead and burn it down in the new year.
We're not going out like Kim Peters did when she thought TikTok was going down, okay?
Oh
Uh,
Lord.
We're not doing that.
no. Yeah. Yeah. I second that, Raymer Jammer. I totally second that. Yeah, I agree. Puppy power, some good and some not so good. But it's always good when you find the truth. I always think that's always good. You know, even if it's not comfortable. You know,
Miss Muppy, did I just see you sneak in here?
You did, girl.
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 You don't have to screen record it. I'll put it on YouTube for you.
Guardians of Valor, everybody screen record. So you know,
$209 for what, Bugs? We'll save a seat for you, Guardian. Thanks for the warning.
little mama.
You still hold a lot of information. Well, so do we. Remember, you thought you could trick awareness, and those of us that stood back, I mean, look what happened.
Custody.
Fallon, do you feel deep shame?
That was shameless, Fallon. It's shameless. Guardians Valor 2.0, if you really have a lot to say, box up, join us in the conversation.
This is awesome.
I'm so sad Adam's missing it, and Amber and Birdie. Dang it.
I know, I was going to say, I miss Birdie tonight. So,
She's with little Birdie.
oh, sweet.
Melody Rose made it back though. All right.
Yay. Little mama.
Yes, Alley Cat, and Fallon's holding it right now.
Somebody's jamming.
Sorry. I fixed it.
Oh,
I know, she don't pass it around at all. Alley Cat, I seen your girl on earlier today saying that she didn't have any appetite and she wanted to know if that was a bad thing.
Which girl is that?
Cat.
Well, there comes periods of time when you don't have an appetite. You're going to be okay. It's going to return.
2 birthday cakes, damn. Did our friend leave? Hey, Miss Diane. Your mom isn't relevant? Well, that's not very nice.
we're not bringing up your mom a lot there, Guardians of Valor, so that's kind of interesting.
Still stuck on the tit.
Oh, shit. Your chat is talking about my mommy. I haven't seen anybody mention your mom but you.
Yeah,
Yep.
I only brought up the wife that came back from the dead. That's the only thing I brought up.
The only thing I brought up was Mom bringing you a warm bottle of milk and a blankie.
And Fallon should be ashamed of herself.
And Fallon should be ashamed of my comments.
Keeps pressing the camera button. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna hear that screenshot in my sleep.
His sound heard across the world.
Yeah, yeah. But your comments were funny, little mama. Your comments were funny. But
Oh, goodness. I don't know who you are, but it was a good laugh tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, at least they have a personality, unlike Gov.
Yes.
That's how we know it's not you. No, I'll see you on Tuesday.
no, we will see you on Tuesday. Good day, sir. Hey.
Goodness, Fallon. No shame at all.
Shameless. Pure shameless. But
Well, that was fun. Now I wish the real one would come in.
Right?
I wish the real one had a personality like that.
Yeah.
goodness. Sunshine, you got quiet.
Sunshine's probably about ready to roll in the bed.
Oh, I was eating ice cream.
Oh, I figured you were like, I gotta get up.
Not the
do here in
damn
a little
ice
bit.
cream.
Oh, yeah.
I am the Guardians of Valor. Well, okay.
Well, come be the special guest Tuesday.
Is Trolla joining us here tonight? Absolutely not.
He's in here. Y'all, come on now.
That could be Trolla, that Guardians of Valor 2.0.
Right? Giving her all the attention she needs.
Alley Cat and I'm the Batman. Awareness got jokes tonight. Awareness got the whip going on tonight.
Like, that's not Batman.
Supposed to say, I'm Batman.
Lord. Good. Well, you said that fucking 5 minutes ago. Then go, yo. Get out.
It's not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. Bye.
Bye. Screenshot it, Fallon. I know you're dying to.
There, I muted him.
Yeah, I'm glad she got her screenshot before you muted.
You want the screenshot of Sunshine muting them?
We need a GoFundMe account soon for all of Fallon's screenshots. That's funny. Hope. Yeah.
For another terabyte of data collection.
I think she's gonna need to get that purple notebook insured.
Right?
If there's a fire in the house or anything, that purple notebook's gonna be a hot commodity.
She's going to have to get a trapper keeper.
Y'all, I know what that is now.
How do you not know what that is?
What, Fallon? Are you
Like,
serious?
I mean, the trapper keeper was like the thing. Okay, that was like the thing.
Yeah, you were a cool kid if you had a trapper keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may not be able to get the polos as a kid, but you had the trapper keeper. Okay, that was the thing. So anyway, she needs to buy new notebooks during back to school time. Mega girl, you're funny.
Oh, hell, Bug still has theirs.
I wish they still made them. You know, like I see versions or something, but it's not the same. It's
It's not
not.
the same as the plastic that falls apart.
with the
It's just not the
Velcro.
same.
And it was easy to open, and you know, had the little thing that closed. You know, but yeah. Well, I found research to see what a trapper keeper was. That's good.
I did. I sure did.
Okay, ladies, have a good night. I'm off here.
Good night,
All right.
Sunshine.
Good night,
Good
Sunshine.
night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
sunshine. Thank you for all your information.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having me.
We appreciate you, friend.
Appreciate you. Grammar, keep getting better, please.
I am. Thank
Good.
you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
Good
Sunshine.
night.
night.
Thank you. Oh, that's cool, Crystal. A Spud McKenzie trapper keeper. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Mine was just plain, but you know, it was still a thing.
Fallon, we can't hear the screenshot if you're muted.
Oh, I like how they make Stranger Things trapper keepers. Interesting. Hmm.
Does Fallon know Spud? I don't know. That's a great question.
I do.
Oh, now Fallon, you don't know Spud McKenzie.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Who did we just lose? Oh, Animal Lover.
Good night, animal lover.
Cool. Alley Cat. Target has them. Cool.
Lord.
So all those last minute screenshots were for Guardians of Valor 2.0, except for one, and I couldn't catch her in time, but I did get a screenshot. I just found it while I was taking one of Guardians of Valor, so I'm very happy about that. She's gone now, but Heaven Nicole, you you took a chance coming up in here and trying to stay. So
Was she in here?
yeah,
Did you
She
block
came
her?
in.
no, I didn't block her. I want to talk to her. I wouldn't block her.
I wish you would have said something.
I was too busy making fun of Guardians of Valor.
Not much, Rick. What's up with you? Hey, Beach. How are you? Dealing with who? Oh, top four ways. Yeah, that's a whole mess. Who is what, Hope? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Beach is my heart.
Oh, we got so much shit to do, ladies.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, thank you for letting me hang up in the box. I
Of
think the only reason
course.
I didn't drop was because I didn't think I was going to be able to get my audio working again. So, you know, since
Well,
I
make
haven't, since I'm kind of new to it. So, anyway,
Well,
we're
we're
glad
looking
you
forward to you Tuesday.
I think it's going
Bringing
to be
it.
real informative. I think it's going to be good, and I hope, you know, I look forward to it, and we'll be spreading around, and you know, make sure everybody comes. And I know everybody has. I know the biggest question is, what and who is that person. So I'm glad it'll be, you know, at least part one happening. So that's good, you know?
I think after the live, everybody's gonna understand who's who.
Yeah. It's one
Um,
thing I said, awareness, y'all keep us on our toes. I always say that. There's never a dull moment in awareness.
yeah, that's crazy because it never used to be like this. What's happening in the rest of awareness outside of my messy ass corner? I really don't know because over here we just stick with facts and stuff. We don't really get into the messy awareness part. We bring out the facts and you can believe it or not. That's just your choice.
Pookie returned to begging. Block checkmate today.
Yeah.
That's hot topics.
Yeah,
Suki is back. And Checkmate was so nice to her too.
I know, right? It was so rude.
I still like it. No, you can't come up. Why not? You're so sweet, you know? Yeah.
Well, I mean, even when she was in our live about her, she was not disrespected. So I don't know why she would ever think that we would be disrespectful.
I don't think she wanted to answer the question, you know? But she told us she never ever would do it again. And here we go. You know?
And she's back.
Yeah.
But only this time. This is the only time she's gonna need help.
Sam Squatch asked about the live is Tuesday, and I said yes, but a time hadn't been given yet. It's going to be like either 7 or 8 Central Time.
Yeah, I would push more for the latter time, just because of Adam's schedule. And he's a night owl. I'm usually trying to go to bed around at least by 10, so and that's when I have to work though.
You're correct, it's Rick and Crystal. Yeah, she admitted she was lying and didn't need the money. Yeah, just it's crazy. But I mean, I think we got what, 2 months? 2 months of no being on there?
Was it 2 months?
Or was it one? I
I
mean,
don't know. Hold on and I'll go check.
It's probably like 6, 7 weeks.
I mean, that's a win. That's a win, you know? Hope said almost two. Maybe I was just wishful thinking then. Hope. Checkmate's gonna get the data. Yes, puppy power, I agree.
Yes, we had her live on October 25th, so it was actually 2 months.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. And I mean, I consider that a win, you know?
Well,
But
I mean, it was 2 months without her begging for money, right?
yeah. So, but I guess she wants to end the year on a different note. So, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's,
had a lot of hope for her because she actually came clean on a lot of things and she was name dropping like
oh yeah.
crazy, but it's
Yeah.
just the thing, once they do it, they get addicted to that money that comes in, and then they come right back. We've seen it 100 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
I
maybe
figured that she would be back eventually because she got quite a bit of money actually.
yeah. It's always interesting to me, especially, with the economy and just different things. I'm I just still get perplexed how people can continuously the same people. I mean, I
Keeping
just,
up two households.
yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. It is crazy, especially with Tim and Angela. That just constantly blows my mind. But you know, I think it's gonna get harder and harder though, because you know, sometimes I mean, when I've been in the lives recently, like I said, it just seems like people are. I mean, he's saying the same thing for an hour and a half, and he's only on waiting for on the money. So I know it's taking longer, you know. But
Yeah, that's what we can hope for. I mean, we can never stop them, right? But we can definitely help slow down that money flow, which is amazing when it happens.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, people do give big amounts. It's and I make decent money, but I just can't see working and working so hard for my money because I do work hard. My job is very demanding. I couldn't see just giving my money away to a stranger on the internet that I worked for.
Yeah. Well, especially people that aren't showing any effort.
Right.
And that's the most disturbing part. And they talk about the at-home jobs and stuff, but even people that work from home, even people that have some flexibility, you still got to work. I mean, you still got to get up, turn the computer on, and you still have schedules. I mean, it's not just a party. So that's, you know, I I, I think even if they could find those, I don't think it would work out. Computer or no computer or whatever. I don't think it would work out based on past behavior.
No, they definitely don't have the willpower to stick with anything besides begging.
Well, everybody, I have enjoyed the live tonight. Thank y'all for humoring me and letting me be up in the box.
Of
Like I
course,
said,
we love it when new people come up.
I look like I'm in witness protection. I'm gonna have to put some kind of picture there. So anyway, but I hope everybody had a good Christmas, and I will be at that live coming up. And if anybody makes videos, I will be supporting them, reposting them, liking them, and commenting on them. So yeah, I agree, Crystal. I mean, like I said, I would do whatever legal job I could. You know, I mean, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working at a legal place to provide for your family. You know, until the next step. I just, I'll never understand that. So,
Yeah, I won't either.
yeah. All right, y'all. Good night, everybody. I hope y'all have a great evening. It was a great live. Um, a lot more information about Willie, and I'm glad. And good night, everybody. Y'all
Good
take
night.
care.
Good night, Cindy.
Good night, Cindy.
Good
Thank
night,
you for coming
Cindy.
on.
Thank you for being here and coming up and giving your commentary. It was well learned.
Well, ladies, do you have anything else, or shall we end?
It's time to end. I need to go to bed.
Well, I know you ain't going to bed, but I'm good with ending.
No, actually, I've been sticking to a routine.
Good, you
So
need
proud
to.
of you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. I know we've died out, but we were just really up here rambling and chatting.
Yes.
We
And
appreciate everybody coming in.
one more time. Yep, buddy.
I can't wait for your video, Fallon.
With that being said, we'll see y'all soon. We'll be back around. Watch for us. Good night, y'all.
Good night.